Jeffrey's iPhone, good morning to you.
I didn't bring the person in. I was just out let them in. And then there's more coming in that we might need to name.
This is crazy. It's going to be a long morning. Call up Mr. Judge Larry Williams and let him know that we probably are going to be help over there in Nashville. Mr. Jeffrey's iPhone, good morning to you.
Morning.
And what is your name, sir?
Jeffrey Lane.
Jeffrey Lane.
Yes.
L-A-N-E?
Yes, L-A-N-E.
Oh, man.
All right, on the iPhone, good morning to you. Can you unmute yourself and turn your camera on and state your name, please?
Jamal Gil.
Yeah, you're back. Okay. Jamal Gil. All right.
The printed one, if you want. Sorry.
All right, let's get going. I'm gonna one more person I'm gonna bring in, and then we're just gonna start. If they come in after that, I'm gonna name this phone here. On the telephone, 313-801-0167. Good morning to you. What is your name, please?
Good morning. My name is Seth Latham.
Latham. Oh, you're in person. You can't. You're in the courthouse, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good. Good morning to you. All right.
Judge Goodman.
Yes. About 20. Yeah, and it's going to be about 10 o'clock. Thank you so much. I meant to tell you, Officer Thomas, too, to let the staff, security staff know we're going to have some guests today.
Okay. Oh yeah, I did let the project manager know yesterday.
All right, let's get going. Ho. Let me let them in.
Christina, is your last name Lewis?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ready, Judge?
Yes.
Oh, okay. State of Michigan, 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean B. Perkins presiding. While court is in session, there will be no smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, and/or laying down. I will ask that if you have on pants or hoodies, that you please remove them unless due to religious purposes. Thank you, everyone. Good morning to Judge. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning, everyone. What I'm gonna ask you all to do is mute your devices. So we're gonna have a long morning. I'm gonna try to get you out as fast and efficiently as possible. I'm gonna try to get you out in the order that you came in. So I have everybody listed and named. And one thing I need to know is Attorney Burton, good morning to you. Who is your client? Okay. All right. We're going to get started. How did you know that Low was here for a review, Ms. Harris? I didn't see that. Ms. Harris? Mr. Baughman, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Who's your client?
Nicholas Gates. I don't see him, but I'll give him a call right now.
Very well. Mr. Larry Globe, you already have your hand raised. Good morning to you. What's your question? All right, let's keep going. Is Mr. Lyle here?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
Let's get going. This is the city of Detroit. Give me a second, Mr. Lyle. This is the city of Detroit versus Jamal Lavel Gil. Case number SP 162-41941, SP 1681525, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor, and good morning to the staff. May it please this honorable court, Chair Rica Harris, P72832 on behalf of Mr. Gil. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Jamal Gil.
And for purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We're going to give your client a $0 bond. Your client indicated that he's got a thing with the Secretary of State today. He also has 2 other cases that are in the pipeline. Well, we're going to consolidate those, Mr. Gill. I'm going to give you another court date. When you're going to have a license today?
No, the appointment's for next week. That's the earliest one I've seen available.
Come back on pretrial date for April the 10th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Okay.
If there's nothing further, sir, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
This is the city of Detroit versus Kimani, Lile, case number SP 1307003, count 1 and count 2. SP 161-76651, SP 1682280, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, good morning. Pauline Strokey on behalf of Mr. Lyle.
Mr. Lyle, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please.
Good morning, Kimani Lyle.
Okay, Mr. Lyle, give me 1 second. Mr. Lyle, today is the date and time set for a arraignment on the bench warrant. Mr. Barry, we have at least 2 other cases that are recent that are probably in default now. If the city attorney doesn't have any objection to setting those aside, we're not having an issue with that. That's a proof of a prohibited left turn and a no valid registration. I also called 1, 2, 3 cases are on the docket, and he has a driver's license suspended, a no insurance proof, and a defective brake light ticket as well. He owes some other civil infractions that are old, but those are the ones that we'll hear today. I'm going to put you in a breakout room, Mr. Lyle, get you an updated offer. If you don't like the offer, keep in mind you have an absolute right to a trial. I'm sorry, that's Ms. Soroki, right?
Correct.
Okay. Join the room, Ms. Soroki, and Mr. Lyle, have a conversation. Let us know what you want to do when you come out.
Thank you.
That's number 5, Ms. Soroki. All right, let's pass the matter. Just, we're going to recall those cases because they weren't on the record. Turn it on. ready to go?
It take a minute, Judge. It's initializing.
Mr. Bowman, are you available, please?
Yes, Mr. Roki, I am.
Good morning, Mr. Bowman.
All right, I'm going to room 4, everybody.
Please. This is the city of Detroit versus Seth Latham. Case numbers SP 138-4691, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Latham.
Latham.
Okay, good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Mr. Berry, get your client an updated offer. Keep in mind, Mr. Latham, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay? I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry, have a conversation with him, let us know what you wanna do when you come out.
Yes, sir.
Join the room, please, Mr. Berry. Are we ready on anyone? Ms. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you ready on anybody?
I don't have anyone as of yet.
All right, I thought we called, who had Lile?
We did Jamal Gil, and he got a new date.
All right, let me call the city of Detroit versus Andre Rashid Lawson. Case numbers 17-385-901, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Erica Harris on behalf of Mr. Lawson, please state your name for the record.
Andre Lawson.
And for purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
You are not guilty in your client's behalf. We're going to give your client a $0 bond, Mr. Lawson. Put you in a breakout room with Ms. Harris. Ms. Harris, she's going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, right?
Okay.
Your Honor, are these 2017 cases?
These are 2017 cases. He does owe 1 civil infraction, an older civil and failure to stop, $204 as well. That's all I see, Mr. Lawson.
Thank you.
Join, please. Good, Miss Shantel Orr, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Do you have a valid plate?
Yes, I was driving my vehicle, a work vehicle.
Ms. Orr, I just
Yes.
need a yes answer. Do you
Yes,
have
sir.
proof of that?
Yes,
City of Detroit, this versus Shantel Elizabeth Orr, case number SP 166-0941. State your name for the record, Ms. Orr, please.
Shantel Elizabeth Orr.
Morning to you, ma'am. I hate to be so curt. We're just trying to got a lot of people. Let's see what you have
I'll
there.
give you, and then you set the alarm.
The registration. Now,
You
is
ready?
that,
Okay.
who's that talking? Is that the vehicle you were driving that day?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's see, hold it up, please. Back it up. Mr. Orr, I'm gonna dismiss the case for providing documentation. I got this officer, McCoskey, you need to mute your device. I'm gonna dismiss your case for providing valid documentation.
Sir, I apologize. Sir.
Ms. Orr, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.
Your Honor, I don't seem to have privileges, and I need to meet with Mr. Bowman. Thank you.
Mr. Perkins, did you call?
No, yeah, because you were interrupting. Good morning to you.
My apologies for not having my device muted, sir. I'm sorry.
All right. Everybody ready? Anybody ready? Kimberly Brown's attorney. Good morning, Ms. Zentner.
Your Honor.
Good morning to you. I'm gonna give you co-host privileges. The city attorney is in breakout room 4. I'm gonna put your client in breakout room 6. Ms. Brown, your attorney's here. She's gonna come see you. If your client is pleading to anything today, make sure your client is read and understands her advice or rights. Okay, Ms. Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Put Ms. Brown in 6. Go ahead, Ms. 6, and you have the ability to move back and forth, Ms. Zentner.
All right, you said the city attorney was number 4?
Number 4. He's in number 4.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any other retained counsels here this morning that need to? All right, let's. Mr. Roker, we're gonna have to recall Lile. This is because we didn't get it on the record. This is the city of Detroit versus Kimani. Lile, case number SP 1307003, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1617209, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 16766, 1. SP 1682280, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. Lile. Mr. Lile, please give the court your name.
Kimani Lyle.
Good morning to you, sir. As for purposes of arraignment, counselor.
We're going to waive the form reading the information, stand mute to the charges.
All right. Now, all of these tickets, did you get I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tickets into the record. Is there a deal on all of them, 1 to 5 over and defective brake lights dismiss, or what,
Yes.
what is that?
My client has valid, he has his temporary license. He provided his registration to me. He indicated he sent his insurance into the courtroom by email. And so as a result of that, the people are offering that the civil infraction would be amended to limited access 1 to 5, and my client would admit the defective brake light. All other counts are being dismissed.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to put improper equipment. I don't know if brake lights abstract, so we'll give you an
I'm sorry.
We'll give you an improper equipment. I stipulate to the face of the ticket as an active factual basis for that responsible plea.
So stipulated.
And stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter.
So stipulated.
All right. And let the record reflect, I do have Mr. Lyle's insurance. He did send that to me. Mr. Lyle, based on that, those stipulations, I'm going to find you responsible for the amended count of limited access, 1 to 5. I'm going to find responsible for the amended count of improper equipment. The $120 for the improper equipment, $125 for the limited access. When can you pay?
In about a month.
A month, sir? Why is so long?
I had to pay my car insurance. Or I could pay it in 2 weeks. I could pay it in 2 weeks.
Pay it by March the 21st, 2025. Pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that DivDat app to your phone, or you can come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it, sir. If you don't have anything further, have a very good day, and best of luck to you.
Okay.
This is the city of Detroit versus Larry Denman Globe. Case number 1945-9466, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Sorokin, on behalf of the defendant.
Mr. Globe, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please.
Larry Globe.
All right, Mr. Globe, today is the date and time set for a pretrial. Ms. Sorokin, your client owes, among other things, he owes a $336 for no insurance proof. That would clear him, at least with the 36 week report, and potentially set him up to get a valid driver's license. He also owes $240 on an old improper right turn and $228 on a no registration. Mr. Globe, Ms. Sorokin's I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. She's gonna get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you do not like that offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay?
Yes, sir.
Join the room, please.
Your Honor, I am, I'm sorry to interrupt, Your Honor. I'm here on Marcos Guzman. We had a trial today. The prosecutor and I just reached a deal on this matter. If the court was inclined to place it on the record.
Where is Marcos Guzman?
He is present on the Zoom. There he is.
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Figure it helps free up your docket a little bit.
Well, it's any case I call is going to help free up the docket. This is the city of Detroit versus Marcos Guzman, case number SP 161-8249, counts 1, 2, and 3.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Kevin Burton appearing on behalf of defendant Marcos Guzman, who is present on the Zoom, PH 666.
All right, Mr. Guzman, good morning. And you state your name for the record, please.
Morning. Marcos Guzman.
All right, today is the date and time set for a trial. Is there an officer here on Marcos Guzman?
There is not yet. I spoke with Mr. Bowman and we've reached a deal on this one.
At 9:30, I call officer, no officer, or you want to take a deal now and get out of here, or do you want to wait and see if the officer shows?
We'll take a deal and get out of here now.
All right. What's the deal?
The deal is all 3 counts of this case will be dismissed. There was a no insurance, reckless driving, and a drag racing ticket. In lieu of the dismissal, we are accepting a plea of impeding traffic.
Okay. Mr. Guzman, you want to take the deal? No. I you know something. I cannot. I don't know how many times I have to say this. I cannot reduce a misdemeanor to a civil infraction.
We frequently do that in other courts, Your Honor. That's standard procedure. In fact, I've done it in this court.
I have. You haven't done it in this court.
Maybe not this.
You got done it in this courthouse. I believe the statute says that she's not able to do that. The way that's accomplished is to ask the officer to dismiss and rewrite.
Well, we could do it. I believe the correct way to do it, Your Honor, would be through Mr. Bowman doing a motion to amend the charge to impeding traffic. He dismisses the misdemeanor counts through a motion to amend. We do impeding traffic, and then I have my client just plead responsible to impeding traffic. That's typically the mechanism I do it in other courtrooms.
Well, show me the court rule on that, Counselor.
Okay.
All right. Pass the matter. Anyone ready? Miss Harris, are you ready?
Your Honor. I actually have a question before we go back on the record.
What's the question?
The civil infraction that was defaulted is from 2022. Will the court allow us to set that aside, or has he already been given those points?
Those points have come and gone, I'm sure. Now, that one I can do as a correction if the city has no objection to setting that aside.
The recommendation would be to amend it to an impeding. The 2017 matters were being dismissed. But I did explain to Mr. Lawson that it may not make a difference.
Well, it's gonna just it'll reduce its cost to 175.
Right, I did explain that part.
You know how to put that as a correction. Civil infraction as a correction of whole, so it doesn't come against things. You can't. All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lawson. Mr. Lawson, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. It's my understanding you want to take this blocking traffic.
Yes.
Your Honor, we would stipulate to the face of the ticket for purposes of the factual basis, and we stipulate to probable cause for the dismissal.
All right. With those stipulations, I'm going to find you responsible for the amended count of blocking traffic. $175. When can you pay it, sir?
The 13th of next week.
I'll put it down for the 14th, March 14th. And then you did kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DIP that app to your phone, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it, sir. If you don't have anything further, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Okay, you too as well.
All right. City of Detroit versus raise your you can raise your hand in the chat, Counselor, when you get that score. City of Detroit versus Jeffrey Grimes, case SP 1650517, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1678744, counts 1 and counts 2. 17-266-133-1, excuse me, and State of Michigan versus Jeffrey Grimes, case number SX3893570. Appearance for the record, please.
Shardae Harris, P72832, on behalf of Mr. Grimes, please state your name.
Jeffrey Grimes.
And for purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
All right, good morning to you, Mr. Grimes. Today is the date, the time set for the, is that show cause, Ms. Harris?
Yes, I only see one matter on the docket.
Okay, so he had, along with that, and I have no issue with setting that aside as a recent case, he has an improper equipment to count 1 to that ticket, insufficient or defective lights, count 2 to that ticket. He has some newer cases, a no insurance misdemeanor, a driving while license suspended, and then he has a 2017 driving while license suspended, and the state ticket is a no-ops. Do you have that down, Counselor?
Yes, Your Honor, I have a total of 7.
Okay, Mr. Grimes. He does owe some old civil infractions, one of which is a 336 that a no insurance proof that's preventing him from getting clearances here at 36 court. I'm going to put you in a breakout room, Mr. Grimes, with Ms. Harris, And she's gonna get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, all right?
All right.
Join the room, please. Anybody else ready? iPhone in.
Ready, as Mr. Latham, Your Honor. Are I be heard, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Ready, as to Mr. Latham. Your Honor.
On that iPhone, good morning to you. I'll let you in the room. What is your name, please, sir?
Me, Ashton Listbe.
Listbe. All right, good morning to you. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Latham. Mr. Latham, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the people's current offer, which is to enter a plea to allowing for the no license charge and dismissal of the no insurance charge.
You want to take the deal, sir? Where's Mr. Latham?
I'm right here, sir.
You want to take the deal?
Yes, sir.
Are you outside?
No, I'm in the courthouse, sir.
I know. Are you in the court on this fourth floor? You can come on in the courtroom.
All right, sir. Here I come. I was downstairs.
All right, that's all right. That's all right. Did you give us advice or rights? Raise your right hand, sir.
I raised my right hand, sir.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Or you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice and rights in the breakout room, did he not? Did Mr. Berry go over your other advice and rights in the breakout room?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
You know, by taking the deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record? Has anybody said they'll do anything other than what we said we'll do today?
No, sir.
Let me draw your attention back to August the 28th, 2022 at around 2:01 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Burt and Orange Lawn. Did you have the occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Sir.
You're gonna have to speak up, sir.
Yes, sir.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
No, sir.
Why is that?
Because I did not acquire my driver's license.
Very well. I'm gonna find your client guilty, Mr. Berry, of the amended count of allowing. It'll be a $240 fine. I'm gonna dismiss upon payment. With stipulation of probable cause, we'll dismiss the other matter now. Mr. Berry.
Stipulated on his behalf, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, $240, sir. When can you pay it?
In 2 weeks.
All right, come back on March the, well, I won't be here the 21st. Come back on March the 28th, sir. March the 28th. Pay it at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it. If there's nothing further, sir, have a very good day and best of luck to you.
Thank you, sir. You too as well.
Thank you. Okay, let's call the, is that Lashelle Denise Oliver?
Yes, this is Lashelle Denise Oliver.
Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
This is the city of Detroit versus Lashelle Denise Oliver. Case numbers SP 1661388 counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Oliver.
Lashelle Denise Oliver.
All right, good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
For purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
Enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Give your client a $0 bond. Ms. Oliver has a recent, along with this ticket, a recent civil infraction of disregarding a red signal. The court would have no objection setting aside if the city has no objection. Ms. Oliver, I'm going to put you in a breakout room. Speak to Mr. Berry. He's going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like that offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, right? Join the room.
Your Honor, I have no objection.
Very well. All right. Let's go back on the record with Grimes. Mr. Grimes, I understand you want a bench trial. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Trial date is going to be April. Strike that. It's going to be May the 1st. May the 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m. If there's nothing further, Mr. Grimes, have a very good rest of your day and best of luck to you.
Okay, thank you, you too.
All right. Corey Lewis. I'm going to get to the retained counsels in just 1 second. Corey Lewis. If Mr. Lewis is here, he needs to unmute himself.
Your Honor, I think Corey Lewis was attorney Gate and his client.
Very well, very well. Shardae, help me out with the last name again, please. I apologize.
It's okay.
Oluwarinde.
Oluwarinde.
Oluwarinde. Oluwarinde. All right, I apologize, ma'am. Good morning to you. This is the city of Detroit versus Shardae or Oluwarinde. Case number U70506-124. Appearance for the record, please.
Sharika Harris, on behalf of Ms. Oluwarinde, please state your name for the record.
Shardae Oluwarinde.
Okay.
And for purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. Ms. Oluwarinde, Mrs. Harris is going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you do not like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay?
Okay.
Join the room, please.
I need to see Mr. Bowman in 4.
4, please. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Larry Globe. Mr. Globe, I've given you an opportunity to speak. Counsel, the city's willing to dismiss these tickets?
Your Honor, the city is going to dismiss registration and insurance that's on the docket, and I believe the court said he had a suspended license off the docket.
Well, he has 3. I can't say that his license is suspended because I haven't looked it up myself, but I can. He has no insurance proof that he owes. So,
I I had asked prosecutor to dismiss I thought it was a suspended. I am going to indicate my client is going to be turning himself in to serve 6 months at 10 o'clock this morning at 36th District Court. So Mr. Bowman, would you let those civil infractions go?
The civil infractions aren't going anywhere. The civil infractions aren't going anywhere. They're 2018. So he's gonna have to pay them. And it's no warrant fee. You're gonna have to pay the reinstatement fee as well, sir. So you have, what I see, $894 you owe the court. The 336 is what's affecting your license. It's nothing further. I'm gonna dismiss the 219 cases. Best of luck to you, sir, and have a very good rest of your day. I understand that you are going to be turning yourself in, so I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully come out and you're a productive member of society when you return. All right.
All right, thanks.
Best. Have a great day.
Your Honor, I'm back on Marcos Guzman. It's 9:31 and the arresting officers have not appeared in court.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Guzman. Today is the date and time set for a trial. And is there Officer Bush, hearing no response and having not seen that officer, he usually shows up, so he's not here. We'll dismiss the cases for no officer. There's nothing further, Counselor. Best of luck to you. Did you find that what you were referencing?
No, I didn't, Your Honor. The closest thing I found was MCR 6.605, but it doesn't reference an amendment. I just did one in Waterford last week. I know that's not your courtroom. It was a reckless. We dropped it down to 2-point failure to exercise due care, which is a civil infraction. So typically, at least
they have a 2-point failure to use due care, caution, waste utility vehicle. That's a misdemeanor. But I believe a long time ago, when I was practicing, the Supreme Court or the legislature, one or the other, prevented us from amending misdemeanors as civil infractions. So until I find out differently, then that's what we do.
Understood. Going forward in your courtroom, Your Honor. I appreciate your time today, and thank you for everything.
All right, best of luck.
So as it relates to Mr. Guzman, we have dismissals?
We do, yes.
Officer didn't show.
Got you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Very well.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Counselor, are you ready, Ms. Zentner?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's your Brown? Kimberly Brown.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning to you, Ms. Brown.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Diane, I have Kimberly Brown.
City of Detroit versus Kimberly Brown, case number SP 141-31551. Here for the record, please.
Diane Zentner, Your Honor, on behalf of Kimberly Brown, who's also appeared via Zoom. Kimberly, please say your name for the record.
Kimberly Brown.
Ms. Brown, good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a trial. Is there an officer here on ground?
Yes, there is, Your Honor. And my client's entering a police day to allowing an unlicensed person to drive.
All right, officer, can you put your appearance on the record for Brown, please? Is that Officer Meslowski? In the breakout room? All right,
He was here earlier. I seen him signed in.
I don't know if the officer was here. Ms. Brown, you want to take?
Yes.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, you put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense, 90 days in jail and $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Miss, went over your other advisor rights in the breakout room, did she not?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, Your Honor.
You know by taking the deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
Does you have a valid driver's license now, Counselor?
No, Your Honor, we're working on that.
All right, let me draw your attention back to February 6, 2023 at around 2:50 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Verner and Adelaide. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were you operating a motor vehicle, ma'am? Were you operating a motor vehicle, Ms. Brown?
Yeah.
Were you driving a car?
Were you driving a car?
Yes.
Well, no, it doesn't sound like you were. I need truthful testimony, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. I don't know
So
what happened.
What's going on here, Counselor?
I'm sorry. No, Your Honor. Yes.
I think she's breaking up a little bit and she's not understanding. Were you driving an automobile on February 6, 2023 when you came in contact with an officer?
Yes.
What kind of vehicle were you driving?
2018 Chevy Cruze.
What did you not understand about the question?
I just didn't. I understood, Your Honor. I apologize.
Did the officer ask you to a valid driver's license?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you could not do so?
Correct, Your Honor.
And why is that?
I allowed a assurance person to drive.
So he asked you why you don't have a driver's license.
It's been taken away.
You didn't have a license at the time, ma'am?
No, sir.
I'm going to find your client guilty of the amended count of allowing. Fine is $240. I'll dismiss upon payment. When can you pay the $240, Ms. Brown?
I can pay it today, Your Honor.
Let's make sure that gets. Let's make sure that gets.
I'll explain to you how to do this, Brown.
It'll be, let's make sure it gets in here. If it gets in here today, come back on Monday morning. And if it's here, if it's paid, Counselor, and it's paid by the DivDac kiosk, or if it's paid in person, one of those two ways, it'll go through instantly. We'll dismiss the case and your client doesn't have to show back up. But if it's not paid, I need to. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, Ms. Brown, and Counselor, very best of luck to you both. Have a very good rest of your day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. McCall.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Well, how about yourself?
I'm fine, thank you.
Right. Who's your client?
Tyrone Lee.
Okay. And do you have anything to report on him?
Yes.
And is it good?
Yes. We just have to continue. Yes, he should be here, isn't he?
He's here, I think.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay,
City of
no
Detroit versus Christina Lewis, case number SP 1477696. Appearance from the police. Is there an attorney available?
Your Honor, Pauline Stroke on behalf of Christina Lewis.
Morning. Good morning to you, Ms. Lewis. State your name for the record, please. Where is she?
She's right. You got to unmute, ma'am.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
State your name for the record, please.
Christina Lewis.
Good morning to you. The date is the date and time, and it's set for a arraignment on the bench warrant. Go ahead, Counselor.
You're gonna waive the formal reading of the information, stand mute to the charges.
Are not guilty, pleading your client's behalf, give your client a $0 bond. It would, in this kind of case, ma'am, it can only get better. It can't get any worse or just stay the same. You have an absolute right to a trial. Ms. Soroki's gonna get you an offer, give you the offer, and let us know what you want to do when you come out, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Hobbs, let's pass that matter.
Your Honor.
If you have Goodman?
Yes, I believe he's here now.
Yeah, do you need to speak with him?
No, I don't. I just did. So I think we're okay. I think we're good to go.
Why can't I find Christina Lewis?
I'm right here.
I was looking, oh, there she is. Oh, she's in room, well, I'm gonna prompt her from room 1. I don't know why she's in there.
What room is she in?
Well, she's in the courtroom, but it says room, she's got a ghost in room 1. I'm gonna try to put it in 5.
Oh, I got you. Go ahead. Join the room, please. Let's pass the matter. Let's get, what are we gonna do with Goodman?
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Goodman, he's real close to having his action plan done, and so we would ask for a 60-day adjournment.
Mr. Goodman, are you there?
Yes, good morning. I'm here, Your Honor.
City of Detroit versus Charles Goodman, case number SP 1539662, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1553307, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 1553565, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1562166, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes. Charles Hobbs, 79715, on behalf of Mr. Goodman, who's also present. Mr. Goodman, did you say your name for the record, please?
Yes, Charles Goodman here.
So, good morning to you, Mr. Goodman. I know that we talked about the last time that if you continue to persevere and push on, the light will shine brighter. I hope that light is shining brighter for you now, sir.
Yes, I'm very thankful for the program, and yes, it's looking up.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll grant that motion to adjourn for another 60 days. I'm going to continue to wish you the best of luck, sir, and we'll continue to plan for that continued success. And the next court date is going to be May the 12th, 2025 at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Okay, and best of luck.
Good. Thank you.
All right. Miss Aiden Robinson, I got Corey Lewis. Are you ready on Corey Lewis?
Your Honor, did Gregory Oliver appear?
Gregory Oliver. I don't know if Gregory Oliver appeared. I
don't see him in the room there, and he's a show cause.
Very well. I don't see him yet either.
Yeah, I'll check back in an hour. Thank you. I'll try.
Right. Counselor, who's available? All right, so we got to get some of these. Let's go back on the record with Miss Oliver. I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, this time she's, oh, I'm sorry.
Oliver.
Your Honor, my client would avail herself of the people's current offer, which is to have her plead to limited access 1 to 5 as to the disregarding a red signal, the no registration matter to be dismissed.
Is that what you want to do, Miss Oliver?
Yes.
All right, stipulate to the basis of the ticket as an active factual basis for that responsible plea, counsel.
So stipulated. So stipulated.
Stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter.
Yes, Your Honor. So stipulated.
But with those stipulations, I'm gonna find you responsible for the amended count of limited access. Miss Oliver, $125 will dismiss the other matter. When can you pay it?
Can you give me 2 weeks?
Make sure it's paid by the 21st of March, pay at any DivDad kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDad app to your phone, or you come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Now, those are the two best places I can take to pay it. If there's nothing further, have a very good rest of your day and best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you, you too.
Madam Interpreter, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Can you state your name and your qualifications, please?
My name is Gloria Guerra Vigen, Guerra-Viegen. I am not qualified, but I am working towards it. I actually have the test next week.
Very good. I know you're going to do an excellent job. Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly, accurately, and impartially interpret in a manner not before the court not divulge confidential communication, so help you God?
I do.
And do you swear or affirm that to the best of your ability, you'll interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
I do.
Very well. Mr. Berry, this is the city of Detroit versus Darwin, German, Listbe, case number SP 1655484, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Señor, thank you. Señor Elwood Berry, este es el caso del señor Licintuna Darwin Germán, ticket SP 165544841, cargo 1, 2 y 3. Licenciado, su comparecencia para el caso, por favor.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Sí, esos cargos son los que estaban ahí, los de los tickets, y son míos.
Those are my tickets. That's me.
State your name, sir.
Diga su nombre completo, por favor, señor.
Darwin Germán Tipán Licintuña.
Darwin Germán Tipán Licintuna.
Sí.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
Su señoría, con propósito para esta lectura de los cargos, mi cliente permanecerá en silencio.
I'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I'll give your client a $0 bond.
Voy a aceptar entonces a nombre de su cliente este caso y le pongo a su cliente una cantidad de $0 en la caución.
I'm gonna put you and your client in a break room, get your client an updated offer. And if your client does not like the offer, keep in mind he has an absolute right to a trial.
Voy a poner a su cliente en un cuarto privado para que tenga usted la oportunidad de hablar con él para darle una oferta. Por favor, mantenga en mente que el cliente, si no le gusta la oferta, él tiene el absoluto derecho de rechazar la oferta e ir a un juicio.
All right, join the room, please.
Métase, por favor, a la invitación que le están mandando de meterse a un cuarto privado, señor, por favor.
Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with Ms. Lewis. Ms. Lewis, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client's requesting a bench trial date.
Very well. That's what you want to do, Ms. Lewis?
Yes.
All right, come back on May the 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m. If it's nothing further, ma'am, have a very good day. Best of luck to you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Miss Soroki, what time was Miss Lewis docketed for?
She was at 8:30.
Thank you.
All right, this is the city of Detroit, Ms. Soroki versus Terrence Lavel, case numbers SP 109-12281, SP 387714, SP 1630079, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1759811, SP 860737, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 876945, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 9452201, SP 9452211, strike that. U32131516, U54997718, U71283625, 11585383 counts 1 and counts 2, 1161213331, 12593622 counts 1 and counts 2, 12621068 counts 1 and counts 2, 13414487 counts 1, 2, and 3, 13465741 counts 1, 2, and 3, 13465741, 13587891, 1443063661, 144718111, 1547503881, 16291997, 17342091, 17353501 counts 1 and counts 2, 204540641, the state of Michigan versus Terrence, Lavel, case number SX44895611. Appearance for the, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki, on behalf of Mr. Lavel. Mr. Lavel, please give the court your name.
Terrence Lavel.
All right. Today, good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. You're just going to have to get them an updated offer or set these matters for a trial. I'm going to say this: he owes at least one no insurance proof 336. I'm pretty sure we've probably gone over that before. If you get found guilty of the firearms ordinance charge, then you're going to be fined $500 the maximum. You're going to be a 1-year delayed sentence on that, and you're going to have to take a gun safety course. The other offer I'll leave up to the city attorney. You have an absolute right to a trial. If you don't like the offer, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Soroki so that you can have a conversation with her.
Excuse me, Your Honor, what gun charge you talking about? I ain't get caught with no gun.
Well, it's a gun ordinance, a firearm ordinance charge U32131516. It looks pretty old. Let's see if there's a ticket in here.
I'm going back on the register action, and there's only like 15 tickets total. So I'm wondering if these tickets in 12 and if these ones that start with 12 and 13, if that's actually when they occurred.
Yeah, them tickets got to be
old. Sir.
It doesn't matter how old they are. It's going to stay the same. If you're found guilty of that or take a plea to the firearms ordinance charge, that's going to be the sentence. It'll be $500 fine. Now, whether you get found guilty or that's up to that's to determine how the case proceeds. Let me see. That is U32. So that is a 2016 ticket. If they have the ticket here, Ms. Soroki, they have all the U tickets here. 2016. So, that is what they've listed that as a fire ordinance ticket, fire ordinance, and not abbreviated firearms. So they say it was smoking at a gas station at the pump. All right, so that changes things. That changes things. Then we have the other U ticket. The other U ticket is in the docket, and that is an illegal occupation ticket. That's 2025. That was this year, and that was on Brentwood Street. And then the allegation was made on that day, and it suggests that he was on Brentwood Street. And then the other U ticket is a 2018 ticket. That was a violation of that he had some possession of controlled substance.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Suspected baggie of marijuana. All right. Mr. Lavel, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. Speak to Ms. Soroki. She's gonna get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial.
Yes, Your Honor. Is this Mr. Lavel that has 38 tickets on the docket?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The 38.
38.
Let's pass the matter. Ms. Harris, are we ready? You're gonna give me the correct pronunciation again.
Ready, Your Honor.
Give me the correct pronunciation now. I'm sorry. Where is your client?
That's a good question. Oluwarinde.
Oluwarinde. All right, she's here. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Oluwarinde. Ms. Oluwarinde, giving you an opportunity, ma'am, to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
I advise my client of her rights. It's my understanding that she is moving forward with a plea on the amended count of disorderly conduct. Is that correct, Ms. Oluwarinde?
Yes.
So you want to take this against your attorney's advice, Ms. Oluwarinde?
Yes.
Turn your camera on, ma'am.
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Are you to put your hand down? Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Ms. Harris went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did she not? Did she go over your rights in the breakout room, ma'am?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
Do you know by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
Let me draw your attention back to October the 3rd, 2024, around 7:05 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of John R. and Dakota Street. Were you in that area around that date and that time?
Yes.
Did you do something out there to cause a police presence, ma'am?
Yes.
And would you agree that that police presence disturbed the good, quiet nature of that community?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna find your client guilty of the amended count of disorderly conduct, fine her $240. You'll have to take a misdemeanor morality class, ma'am, and get HIV STD tested. Which the results will be private to you. I just need to know that you're testing. And I'm gonna put my email address in the chat, and I'm gonna give you a number to an eVay course that offers the misdemeanor morality course.
Okay.
You can get tested at wherever you find a location. I'm gonna give you 30 days to complete those requirements, all right?
Okay.
What's the eBay number?
eBay number is
Yes.
313-864-2, excuse me, 313-864-8205.
All right, eBay's in there. That's for the misdemeanor morality class. Now, I'm gonna give you 30 days to do it. Review and if you email me that stuff, it'll expedite things. On April the 7th, 2025 at 8:25. If it's nothing further, ma'am, have a very good day and best of luck to you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Bowman, can you meet me in a breakout room, please?
4, Ms. Soroki.
Charles Godfrey. Oh, let me
Good
call
mo-
the city of Detroit. Hold on a second. City of Detroit versus Yolanda Low, case number SP 1330331. Ms. Low, good morning. Do you state your name for the record, please?
Yolanda Low.
Good morning to you, ma'am. Today is the date and time. We'll call it the date and time set for a review. I don't know if, I don't see on the docket, but I'm going to dismiss your case as you pay. There's nothing further, Ms. Lowe. Have a very good rest of your day and best of luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Charles Godfrey, is he here?
Present, Your Honor.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
What's your middle name if you have one?
Dion.
Junior, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Charles Godfrey. Charles Dion Godfrey Jr. Case numbers SP 1358644, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1396837, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1396841. SP 1406007, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1406777, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1406779, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1482401, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1503675, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1543774, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1545734. SP 1649934, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 165005551. SP 1651571. SP 1666934, counts 1, 2, and 3. State of Michigan versus Charles Dion Godfrey Jr. Case number SP 4371141. And SP 1447423, counts 1 and counts. Appearance for the record, please.
Sharika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Godfrey, please state your name for the record.
Charles Dion Godfrey Jr.
Your Honor, I don't see him on the docket.
Mr. Godfrey, you're early. You're not supposed to be here to the 31st.
I have a court date that was posted for today, and yes, I am aware of the 31st as well.
Okay, maybe this is set for. Did you ever get an appointed attorney? Was that? Do you have the file, Ms. Sarah? Ms. Mathis?
It's filed on the 31st.
All right. Maybe were you waiting on a court-appointed attorney, sir?
No, I'm not sure. I was given a date for. I have actually multiple dates. I was given a date for 3/7, and also the 31st. Oh yeah, 3/7, 3/20, and 3/31 as well.
On one of those dates, did we tell you that on the date that you were here, did we tell you we were going to assign you a court-appointed attorney?
I believe that was for the 31st.
Yeah, so we need to just get a court appointed. Have you had contact with an attorney, sir?
Yes, I have.
And who's that attorney?
I believe that was Mr. Elwood, if I'm not mistaken. It was an attorney that was present. It was an attorney that was.
That's Mr. Berry now. Just come back on the 31st, sir. There's nothing in that that anybody needs any special time to deal with. Come back on the 31st, all right?
Okay, at 9 a.m., right?
At 9 a.m. If there's nothing further, sir, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, let me pause for a minute. We're moving along pretty good, but just give me a minute. I want to good morning to all of you. I'm Sean Perkins, Judge Perkins, and I really appreciate. I have a group of young students here, and I really appreciate you showing up. Mr. Cosby, good morning to you. Can you step up, please? Yeah. Can you open it up? All right. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Cosby. State your name, please.
Lavel Cosby.
All right, and tell us who you have here.
We have mainly some students from some of my basketball players. We have some family that works with me that focus over here at Start. A good friend of mine who's a coach. He has his nieces with him as well.
All right.
I mean granddaughters.
So listen, I really appreciate it. So I usually give this introduction when I go out to speak in the public. My name is Judge Sean B. Perkins. I'm your 36th District Court traffic judge. And my mantra is bringing the court to the community and the classroom. This is a part of doing both. You guys are members of the community, and then you guys are in the classroom as well, too. So I got to thank Mr. Cosby for helping me out. I've been going around to everywhere I can to find some young people and anybody that will listen to me so that we can kind of educate you on the process of what goes on in courtroom 434, and we can get you in other courtrooms as well to see what we do in the 36th District Court. So you don't realize how much you guys are making my day. All right, I'm going to tell you that now. So I wanted you also to indicate what you do and kind of give the people online that may need your services and tell them what you do.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Lavel Cosby, and I work at Focus over here at Start. And so what we try to do is get kids in school before they turn 5 years old. So we start at 6 weeks and we go all the way up to 4 years old. So it's a no-cost program, and everything is based on your income. If you receive SNAP or food stamps, you automatically qualify. So we go by that income. Even if you made $1 million and you receive $1 from the government, we'll take that as your income. What we try to do is before the kid gets to kindergarten, we want to make sure that everything is going well for the child. If we see that the child has high lead, could have some issues going on, low iron, it's our job to make sure we get all that complete before they get to kindergarten. We make sure kids either get a waiver for shots or they get all the shots, because once you get to kindergarten, you have to have all your shots, so you have to have a waiver for them. So what I'm asking the public to do is, you have relatives and they're under 4 years old, make sure somebody get them on a waiting list so they can get in school at an early age.
All right. Well, listen, what we'll do is I want to just be a learning session on really understanding the anatomy of a misdemeanor case. We have misdemeanor cases, most of them traffic, but we have some lower level drug cases, offer to engage cases, entering without permission cases. And what I want you to do is understand the anatomy of the case, and we'll go over that. You'll hear a few, we'll go over that and let you know what's going on. And then at the end of the day, we can ask some questions, and you ask whatever questions you want to, all right? All right? All right.
Your Honor.
Yes.
In light that basketball players were mentioned, can I come in for 2 minutes?
You can, go ahead.
And we do want to tell them, go green, go white.
That's what we'll say. Go blue. Hey, go ahead, Mr. Bowman.
He's on his way into the courtroom, it seems. He doesn't have his headphones on.
Let's start, and he gets in here. Let's keep it moving. All right. Mrs. Dela Gentry. Is Miss Dela Gentry here?
Yes, I'm here.
Good morning to you, ma'am. Today,
Hello.
this is the city of Detroit, versus Dela Gentry, case number SP 1665971, SP 1684890, count one, SP 1685061. Appearance for the record, please.
Sharika Harris, on behalf of Ms. Gentry, please state your name for the record.
Dela Gentry.
All right, Ms. Gentry, good morning to you. The day is a date and time set for a pretrial. Ms. Harris, Ms. Gentry has two other cases that have not come up yet. I believe she has a court date on March the 21st, 2025 for an arraignment. We'll treat it like a one-stop shop, Ms. Gentry. We're going to consolidate your cases so you don't have so many court dates, and we'll get you an offer today. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. As for purposes of arraignment we'll call it for the two new cases, Ms. Harris.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
All right, with that, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. I'm going to give your client a $0 bond. Ms. Gentry, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Harris. She's going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, again, if you don't like that offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay?
Okay.
All right. Join the room, please. All right. We'll take another pause and give you your two minutes of shame. He thinks he can. Hey, he thinks
You think I can talk doing it
He
in
thinks
2
he can
minutes?
play basketball.
My name is Richard Gon. I am a prosecutor here in Judge Perkins' courtroom. I've been a lawyer for 44 years. Number one, I am a product of the Detroit Public Schools. I went to Portis Elementary School, which is on Davidson and Roosevelt. There were 35 of us in our homeroom class. 23 of us in college. Listen to your teachers, be respectful. I have shown, I am a member of the University of Michigan basketball team. I was in the University of Michigan program from 1974 to 76. I am showing you guys a piece, my piece, of the floor at Chrysler Arena. When Chrysler Arena, when Chrysler Center became when Chrysler Arena became Chrysler Center, new floor was put in, and each player that ever played in Chrysler Arena has a piece of that.
Man, my phone sitting here burning hot.
I played 5'6".
It's already 2:12.
I was on that basketball team because that's where, at that point, there were freshmen that could play in a program. Number two, I thought I was a pretty intelligent player. And number three, during my years at University of Michigan basketball program, I carried a 4.0 grade, which means my grade point average helped All-Americans Ricky Green and Steve Brody's grade point average. It helped the entire University of Michigan basketball team grade point average. For those of you who are basketball players, both girls and boys, please use your athletics as a vehicle as part of your education. Education opens up everything. Athletics and education opens up really everything. And you guys are in a good place. You have people who are looking at you and for you. Please understand that and accept that and continue to grow. Whatever it is, you want to do. Have fun. Go blue. And y'all do your thing. Thank you, Your Honor.
You welcome. And thank you, and I wanted to do that, and now I'll take the time, and we'll get right back at it. Just give me 2 more minutes. I wanted to take the time to introduce you. That's Mr. Bowman. He's the city attorney. He's the one that, when I say for the city of Detroit, he's the city of Detroit side. So he's going to advocate for the city of Detroit, and essentially he wants the courtroom is all set up not to just say that we want. His job is not to just say, just because the officer wrote you the ticket, we need to find you guilty. The whole system is really set up to come to the truth of the matter. So if he knows of some information that makes one of these individuals that he knows did not do the crime, it is his obligation to dismiss the case. Am I correct? That is correct. We also have Ms. Harris. We have 3 defense lawyers in here. We have Ms. Harris, we have Ms. Soroki, and we have Mr. Berry. All of them excellent lawyers with probably a combination of close to probably 100 years of practice in law between the 3 of them. They really know what they're doing. Their jobs are there for the people and to advocate on their behalf. And there's rules and everything. I got 1 book of rules of just courtroom rules right here. This is not even the rules of evidence, so that they're obligated to know. I have Ms. Mathis here. She's our court clerk. Her job is to enter everything into the system, money-wise, get the dockets together, and make sure that our courtroom moves as smooth and efficiently as possible. I have Officer Thomas here, and she's here to make sure that there's order in the court. Nobody gets out and acts out or anything. You keep quiet, and you just pay attention and focus. So with that being said, we also today we're missing our court reporter. She sits here. She's the stenographer. She takes down everything down. What you see is that red microphone on right there. Now we're being recorded, so everything is being recorded. So without her today, we have to use the recording system. So those are just some of the jobs here down at the courthouse, and there's plenty other jobs. And with that, we're going to keep on going. All right. Get me back to where I need to be. Someone who's ready. Who needs a client?
We're ready as to listen to.
All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Listbe Tuna. Mr. Listbe Tuna, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Señor Quintuna, ¿tuvo usted la oportunidad de hablar con su abogado? Abogado, ¿qué vamos a hacer?
Your Honor, my client would avail himself of the people's current offer, which is to enter a plea to allowing for the no license charge.
Su señoría, mi cliente ha tomado la decisión de aceptar la oferta que el fiscal le está haciendo, la cual es permitir a alguien manejar un vehículo sin licencia.
Mr. Listbe, is that what you want to do?
Señor Licintuna, ¿eso es lo que usted quiere hacer?
Sí.
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand, please?
Señor Licintuna, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
No, the other right.
Su otra mano derecha.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Usted jura y afirma decir la verdad, solo la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí, juro.
Yes, I swear.
You can put your hand down, sir.
Puede bajar su mano, señor.
Do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and/or $500 in fines?
¿Usted entiende que la máxima pena por este castigo, por esta infracción, es de 93 días en la cárcel y o un máximo de $500 en multas y costos?
No sabía nada de eso, de los 90 días en cárcel.
No, I didn't know that I could be sent 93 days in jail.
Mr. Berry, you need to go over your client's advice or rights for him, please.
Señor
Yes,
Berry, usted tiene que revisar otra vez la renuncia de los derechos de su cliente, por favor.
I understand that you may have done that. He needs to understand those rights.
Yo entiendo que usted ya los revisó, pero él necesita entender esos derechos.
Go back in the breakout room, please.
Vuelvan al cuarto privado, por favor.
Okay.
Ms. McCall, are you still here? Let's pass the matter. I didn't see Mr. Lee on the docket today. Let me call the case and get you out of here, Mr. Lee. State of Detroit and the state of Michigan versus Tyrone Lee. Case numbers SX 76175, counts 1 and counts 2, Z8 089821. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael McCall on behalf of the probation department.
Mr. Looks like Mr. Lee is gonna need a lawyer. Do we have a lawyer that doesn't have anyone?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
No, take your hat off, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Your Honor, I have the gentleman in the breakout room, and I sent you a chat about that. That's going to take a minute, I believe, so I could probably do this.
All right, let's go. Put your appearance on the record, Mr. Orr.
Your Honor, Pauline Strokey on behalf of the defendant.
All right, Ms. McCall, the reason why I said that is because Mr. Lee, you're on probation now. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's for operating while intoxicated, the OWI case. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And how long has he been on probation with me, Ms. McCall?
He's been on probation, Your Honor, since November 7th, 2024, and it was for 6 months.
And it appears that Mr. Lee has picked up another alcohol-related case.
Yes, Your Honor, it's scheduled for April 3rd, 2025, and that's SX447 61752, and the offense date is January 6th, 2025.
So you know that this is not going anywhere right now anytime soon, right, Mr. Lee?
Excuse me.
Excuse me?
And this what would this have been? Let's find out how he's done on his probation. Go ahead.
Okay, Your Honor. Well, he was placed on probation on November 7th, 2024 for 6 months. He was ordered to pay $640 in assessed fines and costs, shall not possess any or consume any alcohol or illegal substance, test twice per month, complete the alcohol highway safety class, as well as the victim's impact class, pay all outstanding traffic tickets, and clear all outstanding warrants. So as of today, Your Honor, Mr. Lee has viewed the consequence video. He has paid his assessed fines and costs in full, and he does have that pending case, and he has an outstanding warrant with this court. That case number is 230-448-7001, and the offense date on that case was July 11th, 2022, and that's with the Honorable Austin Garrett. And the probation department recommends that I have completed an amended order, and I recommend that $90 be refunded to Mr. Lee due to the fact that he continues to test at ATS, Affordable Testing Services, and his screens has been negative, Your Honor. And he has to complete the only thing remaining on this case is that he has to complete the alcohol highway safety class and the victim's impact panel. And he has a traffic balance of $531 with this court.
Okay, so what is the $90? So what is the $90 refunding for?
Due to the fact that he tests at the outside agency, he's not testing here. When he was on pretrial, he was testing at Affordable Testing Services instead of testing here. So he still continued to test at Affordable Testing Services. So I didn't want him to pay twice because he's testing there twice a month, and the $90 was included in his assessed fines and costs, so that's $640.
Very well. And Ms. Soroka, as for purposes of agreement on the new case, the SX 4476175 count 2.
Your Honor, waiving the formal reading of the information, standing mute to the charges.
I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf.
Your Honor, I think that he needs an individual attorney appointed on behalf going forward at this point to handle those new matters.
All right, I'm trying to figure out in my head what I'm going to do with bond on this individual. This is the first time I've had somebody come in front of me, Mr. Lee, that's been on probation for alcohol and convicted of driving while intoxicated, and that has got a new allegation. I don't want to hear. I'm not asking you to talk, sir. I'm not asking you to talk. I'm going to give you a lawyer for that. This has been the first time, so I'm going to give him a $500 personal bond. I was hoping, Mr. McCall, you were saying that you were recommending this matter be closed out.
Oh, no. So will he still report on the April 3rd, 2025 on that show cause hearing on that ticket?
Set him a new court date right now.
Okay.
I'm going to put you in a breakout room, Mr. Lee, so you can understand and have Ms. Soroka understand what's going on. You kind of look confused. I know you want to say something, but in order to maintain your rights, I want you to have a private conversation with the lawyer, okay?
Okay.
And please get a contact number for him, and so we can appoint that attorney. Maybe we should do that right now. Please. All right, let's pass the matter. I'm going to hold the signing of that order for the $90 release until we get this other cases resolved. Okay, Ms. McCall.
No worries. Now, when do you want Mr. Lee to return back on this case? You want his final review date on this case was May 13th, 2025.
All right, we're going to have you back on April the 10th.
Okay.
And all other bond conditions are going to remain in place. Mr. Lee, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Soroka. Have a conversation with her, and then Ms. Soroka, we'll see if we can get an attorney in here right now for him.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Join the room, please. Let's pass the matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. McCall.
Yes.
If there's nothing further, you're free to leave, and you're free to stay as well if you like.
Okay, and come back on return on April 10th, correct?
April 10th, yes.
Okay, thank you so much, and have a great weekend, all.
You have a better one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now that's Ms. McCall. She's the probation officer. She oversees individuals that are on probation or on bond, that they test properly, that they do their classes properly, and everything is going well with them. If they have some issue, as if they have issue with payment, she brings me an order, and that's how the people, anybody speaks to the court. They speak to the court through orders. The court speaks to So she's asking the court to refund this man $90 because he paid the court and he paid an outside agency. He didn't use our services, so that's what the $90 is about. I'm holding off on signing that $90 because he may owe the court some more money if he's found guilty of this other allegation. Now, everything that comes before me is just an allegation. And I can't believe the police officer over the individual before I hear some testimony and they put testimony on the record. And then from that testimony, I have to make my decision. But as it stands now, as they come in here with an allegation, then they're not guilty of anything. They have the allegation, and the state has the burden to prove them guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, so that's their burden. If they don't meet that burden, then they're not guilty. 99% of our cases in here end with an agreement, a resolution, and they've agreed to offer them this. And they take that for dropping something or something another, and you'll see those resolutions happen today as well. All right, are we ready on anyone, Ms. Harris? All right, so now we're waiting on a lawyer, and this Mr. Bowman, I have Officer Anderson here that's in the waiting room. I don't know if this officer, yeah, he was here on time. So, Mr. Boffman, are you ready on Gates?
I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Boffman, why don't you meet me in a breakout room number 4?
Yeah, let's just make sure we're ready, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very well. So does anybody have any questions?
Yes,
Who's that?
It's Charles Godfrey. You spoke with me just a little while ago.
Yep.
Quick question, Your Honor. I know you told me to return on the 31st, but I also have a date scheduled for the 20th that's coming up.
All of your dates will be 31st, Mr. Godfrey.
Thank you.
All right. Give me 1 second. Just want to reset. Yes.
This is Sherry Leggett.
Yes, Ms. Leggett. Give me a minute, please.
Okay.
Just this stuff now. We have people ready.
Forgive my interruption, please, Mr. Gates. Nicholas Gates, can you return to breakout room 10, please? Thank you.
All right, let's go. Hopefully we can continue on and not have pauses. What are we ready on?
Your Honor, I put Mr. Lee's phone number in the chat room, in the chat for you.
All right, we're gonna try to get him somebody right now.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. Gentry. Ms. Gentry, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client? Your client's looking for dismissal? Ms. Harris? Did we lose Ms. Harris?
I'm here.
All right, we're back on the record with Gentry.
It's a recommendation for dismissal, Your Honor, of all matters, even the 2 off-docket matters.
That's providing valid documentation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Gentry, I'm going to dismiss the cases. If it's nothing further, have a very good day and best of luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's see, is Mr. Berry, he's on the, okay, what about Mohammed Omar? Anybody here on Mohammed Omar?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Yes, Honor.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
City of Detroit versus Mohammed Omar, case number SP 1666671, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Sharika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Omar, please state your name for the record.
Mohammed Omar.
Today is the date and time set for a pretrial, Mr. Omar. We're gonna get you an updated offer. I'm gonna, if you don't like the offer, then you have an absolute right to a trial. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Ms. Harris. If you, Ms. Harris, have a private conversation with them. Let us know what you want to do when you come out, okay?
Okay.
All right, very well. Let's pass that matter. Are we ready on listen B? Listen to
Yes. Ready, Your Honor.
¿Estamos listos? Sí, estamos listos, Su Señoría.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Liston Tuna. Mr. Liston Tuna, do you understand what's going on now?
Vamos a volver a las actas con el señor Licintuna. Señor Licintuna, ¿ya entiende entonces ahora lo que está sucediendo?
Sí, correcto.
Yes,
Entiendo.
correct.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
¿Usted entiende que la máxima pena por este delito son 93 días de cárcel y o $500?
Sí, entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
¿Usted entiende que usted tiene un absoluto derecho a irse a juicio?
Sí, entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
Mr. Berry went over your other advisor rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Señor Berry, ¿cuál era el problema por el que los otros derechos se le leyeron en el cuarto privado?
Mr. Liston Tuna, did Mr. Berry go over your other rights with you?
Señor Licentuna, el cónsul, el abogado Berry, ¿le leyó sus derechos?
Sí, correcto.
Yes, correct.
You understood those rights?
¿Usted entendió sus derechos?
Sí, correcto.
Yes,
Who
I
wants to
did,
speak?
correct.
Do you have any
Do you want
questions
to
about those rights?
Right. We were covering the
¿Usted
money. What's
tiene
your
alguna pregunta respecto a sus derechos?
opinion? Beginning
No.
No, I don't.
You know, by taking the deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
¿Usted entiende que al tomar esta negociación que se le ofrece como una oferta, usted está renunciando a esos derechos?
Sí, entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
¿Alguien le ofreció algo diferente a lo que se está poniendo aquí en esta acta?
No.
No.
Let me draw your attention back to December the 16th, 2024, at around 1:14 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Richard and Woodmere Street. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Permítame, por favor, dirigir su atención al día al día 16 de diciembre de 2024, alrededor de la 1:14 de la tarde en la ciudad de Detroit, en el área de Richardwood, en la calle de Woodmere. ¿Usted tuvo un encuentro con un policía, un oficial de policía en ese momento?
Sí, correcto.
Yes, correct.
Were you operating a motor vehicle, sir?
¿Usted estaba operando un vehículo de motor, señor?
Sí.
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
El oficial de policía le pidió a usted que produjera una licencia de conducir que fuera válida?
Sí.
Yes.
You could not do so, could you, sir?
¿Usted no pudo hacer eso, pudo?
No, porque no tenía.
No, I wasn't able to because I didn't have one.
Very well. I'm going to find your client guilty of the amended count of allowing. Is that correct, Mr. Berry?
Muy bien, voy entonces a tomar la declaración de su cliente como culpable de permitirle a alguien que maneje sin licencia. ¿Es correcto, abogado? Sí, es correcto, su señoría.
It's going to be a $240 fine, sir. I'm going to dismiss. I'm going to dismiss the other case upon stipulation of probable cause.
Va a ser una multa, señor, de $240 y voy a desestimar los otros cargos en las estipulaciones de causa probable.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Están estipuladas, su señoría.
And I'll dismiss this other matter upon payment. So, Mr. Listentuna, when can you pay?
Y voy a desestimar entonces los otros asuntos en cuanto usted pague. Señor Licentuna, ¿cuándo puede pagar?
Necesito pagar en presencial o por aplicación. No sé cómo pagar para poder pagar lo más pronto posible. Si es que es posible hoy día mismo, por línea o cómo podría pagar.
Do I need to pay by person or can I do it online? If I can pay it today, if it's by online, that would work for me. If I could do it as soon as possible, how can I pay?
You can pay it. Did that kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload that app to your phone. That's DIVDAT. Or you can come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it.
Usted puede pagar utilizando la aplicación del kiosco de DIVDAT en la ciudad de Detroit. Esa aplicación, tengo entendido que usted la puede bajar en su teléfono. Se escribe DIVDAT. Usted puede usar esa aplicación y pagar en línea o puede venir en persona aquí al tribunal y pagar también. Esas son las dos mejores maneras que le puedo decir que puede utilizar para pagar.
He broke up.
No se le entendió, señor. Se rompió la comunicación. Repita lo que dijo, por favor.
I think we lost. Let's pass the matter. I have another Spanish-speaking individual, Madam Interpreter, Mr.
Yes.
Alexis Rocco.
Okay. Alexis
Mr.
Roper.
Well, give me your full name, please. Good morning to you.
Buenos días, señor Alexis Rocco. Por favor, dígame su nombre completo. Buenos días.
Buenos días, Alexis Daniel Párroco Goncalves.
Good morning. My full name is Alexis Daniel Párroco
Goncalves.
Goncalves with a G, con un G.
Sí, Goncalves.
Goncalves. Good morning. My full name is Alexis Daniel Párroco Goncalves.
Can you tell him this? Good morning to you. Can you ask him to spell his last name, please? The Goncalves.
Por favor, ¿podría deletrear su segundo apellido, el Goncalves, su apellido?
G-O-N-C-A-L-B pequeña E-S.
It is G-O-N-C-A-L, V as in Victor, E-S.
All right, are you back, Mr. Liston Tuna?
Señor Licintuna, ¿ya regresó?
Discúlpeme, no sé por qué se me empieza a salir acá. Se empieza a salir
Yes.
solo no sé por qué.
Yes, my apologies. I don't know why Zoom cuts me off in its own. I don't know why.
All right, I'm going to give you until March the 12th to pay this.
Señor Licintuna, le voy a dar hasta el día 12 de marzo para pagar esto. My apologies, Your Honor.
That's all right. Come on back in the morning on March the 12th at 8:25. If it's paid, we'll dismiss the case.
Señor, vuelva y pague esto, por favor. El día marzo 12 es el último día que usted tiene para pagar. En cuanto usted pague esto, yo desestimo el caso.
Okay. Me dijo por aplicación y presencial, ¿verdad? Hasta el 12 tengo máximo. ¿Me puede repetir, por favor, la cantidad?
You told me that I can pay by in person or by application, and I have until March 12th to pay. Is that correct? Can you please just repeat me the amount?
The amount is $240. You can pay it in person or you can pay at any DivDat kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can upload the DivDat app to your phone.
Sí, señor, son $240, $240 que puede usted pagar ya sea en persona aquí en el tribunal o utilizando la aplicación DivDat en cualquier kiosco de la ciudad de Detroit.
Ok, entiendo.
Ok, I understand.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. Have a very good rest of your day.
Le deseo que tenga suerte y que tenga un buen día, señor.
Muchísimas gracias igualmente.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
This is the city of Detroit versus Alexis Daniel Goncalves, case number SP 166197771. State your name for the record, please, Mr. Goncalves.
Esta es la ciudad de Detroit en contra del señor Alexis Daniel Párroco Goncalves, el caso SP 166197771. Por favor, señor Párroco Goncalves, diga su nombre completo para que conste en actas.
Alexis Daniel Párroco Goncalves.
Alexis Daniel Párroco Goncalves.
All right, good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a review. You've paid your obligation, Mr. Goncalves, and I'm going to dismiss your case, all right?
Muy bien, buenos días. Hoy es el día que se ha designado y el tiempo para hacer una revisión. Y si usted paga, señor, todo lo que requiere en su cargo, yo voy a desestimar el caso.
Okay.
Okay.
Best of luck to you, sir. Have a very good rest of your day.
Le deseo mucha suerte, señor, y que tenga un buen día.
Muchas gracias. Bendecido día.
Thank you very much. Blessings.
Okay, Mr. Ogletree, are you here?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Are you here for, good morning to you. Are you here for Mr. Lee? I'm sorry, Madam Interpreter, I believe that's the, you can ask anyone else, do they need your services?
One second, thank you. ¿Alguien más necesita servicios en español?
¿Puedo retirarme?
Usted se puede, can I leave now?
Yeah, he's free to leave. Best of luck to you.
Usted se puede ir, tiene la libertad de retirarse y le deseo suerte, señor.
Muchas gracias. Bendiciones.
Thank you
¿Puedo
very
retirarme yo también?
Can I also leave now?
It may leave.
Sí, usted también ya se puede ir.
Gracias.
All right. Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
Thank you.
Have a very good weekend and good luck on the test next week.
Thank you so much, George. I appreciate that. You too, enjoy your weekend.
Thank you so much. Mr. Ogletree, I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee was on probation, is on probation with the court for OWI, and he subsequently picked up another open alcohol and a motor vehicle driver charge.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Lee, go back in breakout room 6 and speak with Mr. Ogletree, okay? Breakout room 6, please. Well, I'll just put you in 7, make it easier for you, Mr. Lee. All right, I see you there, Mr. Buffin. Give me 1 second. This is the city of Detroit versus Jonathan Luna. Case numbers SP 163-25481, SP 1665872, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 16659-841, and SP 9900121. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor,
Good morning, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Luna.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, Jonathan Luna.
Good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time. Go ahead, Mr. Roque.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. Loon.
All right. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial 1, 2, 3, 4. He has one other case that's an older case at SP 9900121. For purposes of arraignment on that case, Ms.
Wait, the formal reading the information, stand mute to the charges, Your Honor.
I enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, give your client a $0 bond. That's a license improper misdemeanor, Mr. Soroki. Mr. Luna, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. Have a conversation with Ms. Soroki. Keep in mind, she's gonna get you an updated offer. If you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, okay?
Absolutely.
Join the room, please. Ms. Harris, do you have someone?
I do. Mr. Omar.
Are we ready on Mr. Omar? Let's unmute. Do you have someone, Mr. Berry?
Oh,
Mr. Berry?
I'm gonna move Mr. Loon to room 6, Your Honor, because I'm still waiting for Mr. Lavel. He's in room 5.
Very well.
I did not have someone.
All right, Mr. Listenby, are you there? Mr. Listbe there? Let's go back on the record with Mr. Omar. Mr. Omar, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak. What's your client want to do?
Your Honor, we're respectfully requesting an adjournment for him to come into compliance. He just needs a week or 2.
I'm going to give you a pretrial for April the 4th. April the 10th, 2025 at 8:30. Mr. Omar, if you don't have anything further, sir, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Yeah, you said April 10th?
What'd you say? April the 10th at 8:30.
Oh. At what time?
At 8:30.
Okay, did by any chance we can make it late a little bit just in case? I gotta take my kids to the school 8:30.
No, just zoom in, sir. After you take the kids to school, we'll be here.
Okay, did I can't coming in to show the paperwork and everything?
You can come in and show the paperwork, absolutely.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Best of luck to you. This is the City of Detroit versus Ashton, Listbe. Case number SP 1622691. Appearance for the record, please, Ms. Harris.
Erica Harris, on behalf of the defendant, please state your name.
Where did he go? Listbe was he on the phone? He is not here. Officer is here. Officer Harrington, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please? Have Officer Harrington here?
I can call him, Your Honor.
He's here.
Okay.
All right, let's pass the matter and see if we can find out where Mr. Listbe is. Okay, let me get is that Taiwan Oliver? Are you there?
Yes.
Hey, what up, Bill?
Officer Harrington.
Hello. Yes, sir. Good morning. There's something wrong with my okay. There's something wrong with the camera. Hold on, let me try to.
All right, just sit tight. We gotta find the defendant, and we gotta find the defendant, and he was here earlier, but he seemed to have fallen down. So mute yourself because we hear your conversation.
All right.
Good morning, Steve.
Yes. Wow.
Is that Taiwan Oliver? Is that? You have to turn your camera on, please. This is the City of Detroit.
Hello.
This is the City of Detroit versus Taiwan Oliver. Case number SP 112588081. SP 9788047, counts 1, 2, and 3. U 45853518. SP 128840516. Strike that. SP 165154991 and 1938651991. Appearance for the record, please.
Erica Harris, on behalf of Mr. Oliver, please state your name for the record.
Taiwan Oliver.
And for purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Good morning, Mr. Oliver. Today is the date and time set for a, what is it, show cause, Ms. Harris?
I see arraignment on bench warrant.
Today is date and time set for arraignment on bench warrant with enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, and we give you a $0 bond. Mr. Oliver, he owes a 288 on, among other civil infractions that have long been in default. He owes 288 on an insurance no proof, and he owes 258 on no insurance civil. He owes another 336 on an insurance no proof. If he pays those matters, he will, and he owes another 288 on an insurance no proof. If he pays those matters, he could have clearances down here at the 36th District Court and potentially set himself up to get a valid driver's license. On U 45853518, that ticket was pled guilty on at some point, and he never paid. He owes $618 on that. So, Mr. Oliver, I'm gonna get you in the breakout room with Ms. Harris. She's gonna get you an updated offer. If you don't like the offer, keep in mind you have an absolute right to a trial, all right?
Okay.
Join the room, please.
Ms. Harris, what time was Mr. Oliver docketed for?
8:30.
8:30? Thank you.
Mr. Bowman, can I see you in the breakout room?
Yes, sir.
He can't see you.
All right, is Dennis Low here? So people are just dropping off. Oh, Dennis Low is here.
Yes, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
This is the city of Detroit versus Dennis James Low Jr., case number U7-1283425. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Low.
Dennis James Low Jr.
Mr. Low, today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Put you in the breakout room with Mr. Berry. He's going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial.
Yes, sir.
Join the room, please. Mr. Soroki, are you ready? Mr. Boffman, let's get the gates going.
Good Friday morning, Your Honor, to you and your staff. We're ready.
Good morning to you as well. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Nicholas Gates. Nicholas Eon Gates, case number SP 1255620, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1333366, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1333468, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 144143661. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Harry Boffman, P55052, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Gates. Your full name, please.
Nicholas Dion Gates.
These matters are all set for trial, Your Honor. There is a resolution. The defendant will plead guilty here to 3 counts. One of them being the improper plate count that you mentioned. The second will be allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That will be a reduction from driving while license suspended on case ending in 6203. The defendant will also plead guilty to open alcohol as a passenger as charged here in case ending in 4361. There will be a 12-month delayed sentence on the open alcohol passenger count. The defendant has been advised of his rights. He's ready to give you a factual basis to accept each of his pleas. And thank you.
Thank you. Good morning to you, Officer Anderson. Can you unmute yourself, turn your camera on, please, and state your name, your badge number, and your department, please.
Officer Lamont Anderson, badge number 130, Detroit Police Department, 4th Precinct.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, Officer T, good morning to you. Can you unmute yourself, start your camera, and state your name, please? Officer T, still here? Make sure Officer he was here, Anderson was here. Mr. Gates, do you want to take the deal, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Or you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Sir.
Mr. Boffman went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
You understood those rights? Did you understand those rights, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
Do you know by taking the deal, you're gonna give those rights up?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
Let me draw your attention back to October the 18th, 2021, at around 10:54 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Jefferson and 23rd Street. Did you have contact with the Detroit police around that date and that time?
Jefferson. I don't even remember.
You say you were operating a 2006 Dodge?
Oh yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember now. Yes, sir.
And you were operating that Dodge, is that correct?
Yes.
And was there something wrong with the plate on that vehicle?
Yes, improper plate.
How was the plate improper? So that's the legal term. How was the plate improper?
I had the wrong plate. I had the wrong plate on there. From off my excuse me.
You put a plate from another vehicle on that car, is that correct?
Actually, when I got the car, the plate was already on there.
And you knew that plate didn't go with that vehicle then, is that correct?
No, sir. I actually thought it did until the officer told me it didn't.
All right. How did you come to that conclusion, sir? You said the plate was improper, and you know the plate was improper, is that correct?
Yeah, I knew the plate was improper until he told me. I didn't know that.
You knew it.
I knew the plate was improper.
Hold on. Let me ask the questions. You knew the plate was proper until he told you. I don't understand that.
I did not know the plate was improper until he told me. I thought when I got the vehicle, I thought the plate was registered to the vehicle. Owner told me the plate was the vehicle. When I got the car.
You bought this car?
Excuse me.
Was this your car?
Yes, sir. I had bought it from the guy at the car wash.
You bought the car from a guy in the car wash. And when you bought the car, you didn't realize that you had to change the plate in your name?
No, sir.
But you did not change the plate in your name, is that correct?
No, sir.
I don't understand how you didn't realize that, Mr. Gates.
You're right.
Come, let me see your face. Come in the camera, sir. I don't understand how you didn't realize that.
I was young, just doing anything.
You said what?
Just young, just doing anything.
I had to establish that you knew the plate was improper.
Your Honor, may I ask one question?
You may.
At the date and time that you were driving that car and you were pulled over by the police, you knew in fact that the car wasn't properly insured, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Are you pleading guilty? Are you telling us you didn't do what you're being accused of doing? I thought Mr. Gates said you were pleading guilty, but it sounds like you're not.
Yeah, I'm pleading guilty.
Well, you're not telling the judge that you're guilty of anything. I'm sorry, I asked more than one question, Judge.
That's the point I'm trying to get to, sir.
May I re-advise my client, and would you allow us please to come back on this morning's docket?
All right, let me draw your attention back to April the 22nd, 2023, at around 3:18 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Lanyo and McGraw Street. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes, sir.
Were you in a motor vehicle, in the driver's seat of a motor vehicle, or passenger seat of a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir. Back seat, that is.
And did you have some alcohol in that motor vehicle?
The officer put me over.
I asked the question. It's a yes or no question.
Yeah.
Not yet. It's yes or no.
Yes.
Did you have alcohol in that motor vehicle?
No.
I'm not satisfied, Judge.
No, I'm not satisfied. All right, let's put him in a breakout room, and and speak with your, I'm gonna set the matter for a trial,
Thank you.
Mr. Latham. Join the breakout room and your attorney will explain to you what's going on. Rejoin that breakout room.
Yeah, we'll go to room 10, Mr. Gates.
Maybe you may want to switch him to 11 so he can get the prompt.
I can do that.
Join the room, please. All right, so, and then this is just a learning lesson, a tip right here for everyone. The individual, and when he pleads, when he says he wants to plead guilty, I must make a factual basis so that I know that he's actually guilty of what he says he is. Now, he seems to either one, not want to take responsibility, or two, he doesn't understand what's going on, or three, he probably really didn't do it. I don't know which one it is. So at some point, I sent him back in the breakout room and advise him, but if he can't admit to having that alcohol and that alcohol being open in that motor vehicle, then I can't find him guilty of that, and I have to set a trial date, and people have to prove their case. Keep in mind that if you're in a motor vehicle with somebody, and that person has an open alcohol container with the alcohol in there, everybody in that car can be charged with open alcohol in a motor vehicle, either by driver or passenger. So what he may be trying to say was, that's not his alcohol, that was somebody else's. Now, go ahead.
Even without the car moving?
Even without the car moving. If you want to transport some alcohol in a motor vehicle, you need to put it in the trunk where nobody in the passenger compartment has alcohol in that vehicle. And the reasoning behind that is because basically the law is thinking, if you got to open alcohol in a motor vehicle, you're drinking it. You know, so you're really that far from getting an OWI. So it's instead of going through that, put the alcohol in the trunk. So if you leave the cabaret, in the cabaret, you have your rest of your alcohol with you. You need to put that alcohol in where the passenger cannot get access to that alcohol, or you got to pour it out. All right, Mr. Berry, do you have anyone?
It seems we lost Mr. Low, Your Honor.
We lost Mr. Low. So let's call the city of Detroit versus Dela, Deontay Ramon George. Case number SP 16623-01. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your name, Mr. George.
My name is Devon Grundy.
All right, good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time set for a pretrial. I think I asked Mr. George, did he have valid insurance? Do you have valid insurance, Mr. George?
No, I wasn't able to acquire it. It's under my brother's name, and it's just been difficult dealing with that.
Give Mr. George an updated offer. Keep in mind, Mr. George, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. I'll put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry. He's going to have a conversation with you, all right?
Okay.
Join the room, please. Miss Gaten Robinson, are you ready on Corey Lewis?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready on all three of my clients. I could not pull Mr. Lewis out of his room. I kept sending him a request. I don't know if you can pull him out. I'm also ready on Cortez Lawrence. He is out, and I'm ready on Mr. Nicholas Lewis.
City of Detroit versus Cortez Lawrence, case number SP 1630680, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 163069001, SP 163088991. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Attorney Phyllis Gaten Robinson, P71733, on behalf of Mr. Lawrence. Mr. Lawrence, can you please say your name for the record?
Cortez Lawrence.
Your Honor, Mr. Lawrence has and I have had some extensive discussion today. I've also spoken with Mr. Bowman. Mr. Bowman is going to get over to me the discovery for Mr. Lawrence's matter, and I would like an opportunity to schedule a client visit with him so he can review it because he's concerned about the video. Your Honor, I would ask that this matter be set for a final pretrial.
I'm marking the file. Mr. Lawrence, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please.
Cortez Maurice Lawrence.
I'm marking the file that the request for discovery was made on 3/7/2025. I'm just gonna give you a trial date, Ms. Robinson, on May the 1st. May the 1st, all right?
One moment, Your Honor. May the 1st.
Well, I see that there's already been a trial date on this for March the 21st. Let's keep the March the 21st date. I do realize that you have not got.
Well, Your Honor, wait. I gotta have time to get the video and schedule a visit with him.
I understand that. But we'll keep it. You may have that together by then. We'll keep it together. The officer might not even show by then. And we'll with the understanding of we have that date already in the system and see if you can work it out.
Okay, Your Honor. He has some civil infractions. There's on the web. There's a dollar amount next to the civil infractions.
Yeah. So civil infractions are all going to run with these cases. So he just doesn't pay anything. And then we'll see what we come to on the 21st, on the 21st, on the 21st. And then from that point, if you haven't gotten the discovery or haven't gotten that opportunity to do your due diligence as far as meeting with him and things like that, then we'll reschedule.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Lawrence. Come back on the 21st of March, okay?
March 21st. Okay, perfect.
Best of luck to you, sir. Rest of your day.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Nicholas Lewis.
Yes.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
This is the city of Detroit versus Nicholas Nasser Lewis, case number SP 159-46161. Appearance for the record, please.
Attorney Phyllis Gayton Robinson, P71733 on behalf of Mr. Lewis. Your Honor, we are going to set his matter for a bench trial.
All right. Mr. Lewis, state your name for the record, please. Did you already do that?
Nicholas Nassim Lewis.
Nassim, I'm sorry. All right. Date and time set for a pre-trial is this. All right. This will be April, May the 1st.
May 1st.
May the 1st. I probably should have rescheduled the one on May the 1st too, but May the 1st on that one, all right? Mr. Lewis, if it's nothing further, come back May the 1st. Have a very good day. Best of luck to you, okay?
Okay. You too, man.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Mr. Corey Lewis is not, I'm trying to bring him out and I'm not having it.
I sent him the prompt about 5 times, Your Honor. I don't know why he won't get it on his screen. I don't know what's going on with that.
Get in there and tell him to come on out.
I'll go in and try to grab him again, Your Honor.
All right.
Ready as Mr. George, Your Honor.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. George. Mr. George, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client seeks a bench trial date to return with documents.
That's what you want to do, Mr. George?
Yes, Your Honor, that's what I would like to do.
Come on back on May the 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m., sir. If it's nothing further, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest. Do you have a vehicle in your name, sir?
That's what I do. That's what the excuse me, the lawyer advised.
Go ahead and get that together. If there's nothing further, sir, best of luck to you. Have a good day.
I have one question, if that's okay.
And what is that?
Is it going to be the same Zoom instructions as to how I get on May the 2nd?
It will.
It will. Okay.
Yes. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
This is the City of Detroit versus Jeffrey Lane, case number SP 166507771. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Lane.
Jeffrey Davis Lane.
All right, good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time set for a pre-trial. Mr. Lane, do you have a valid driver's license?
No, I don't think so. It is suspended.
Very well. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry. He's going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you do not like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. Mr. Berry, I don't see anything down here that's affecting Mr. Lane from getting a driver's license. All right. Join the room, Mr. Lane.
Thank you.
If they bring a valid driver's license in, that's what sometimes we get in the case for documentation. I dismiss the case because our whole focus is wanting to get people a valid driver's license, get them on the road legally, so that if you go out and you do the work to get the valid license. I don't have to do that because really it's at the time of the ticket. But you go out and do the work and get a valid driver's license, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt to dismiss the case. Anybody ready?
Ready on Mr. Oliver.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Oliver. Mr. Oliver, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do? Bench trial, Ms. Harris. Ms. Harris, are you there?
Sorry, I was talking but muted. My client is respectfully requesting a trial date. He would also like the court to again refresh his recollection as to which matters might help him to come into compliance.
Mr. Oliver, are you there?
Yes.
Turn your camera on, sir. All right. You have I see 1, 2, 3 no insurance proofs. 2 of them are at a $288 amount, and 1 of them is at a $336 amount. And I see a no insurance civil. That's at a $258 amount. So the insurance, no proof, 3, and 1 in no insurance civil. You want case numbers?
Yes.
The no insurance civil is SP 978-0453.
Okay.
A no insurance, an insurance no proof is SP 112-580-52.
Okay.
Another one's SP 128-84012. And the last one is 18-43-82-142.
Okay.
I'm setting this matter for a trial on May the 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m. If there's nothing further, I wish you the best of luck. Have a very good rest of your day, all right?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Michael Anthony Green Jr. Michael Green Jr. Are you there,
yeah,
sir?
That's me. That's me.
Do you have a middle name, sir?
It's Dwayne, not Anthony.
I'm sorry, yeah. All right. Wayne. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
I call these guys our frequent flyers. They come in. You get a lot of miles, when you get a lot of tickets of airline tickets, they get a lot of traffic tickets. One guy had 3 pages. City of Detroit versus Michael Dwayne Green Jr. Case number SP 1005461, SP 1010831, SP 11350431, SP 121723991, SP 125706662, SP 127505571, SP 127794661, SP 128495581, SP 1431792, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 1446072 and 3, SP 1446171, and SP 16661381. Appearance for the record, please.
Chair Harris, on behalf of Mr. Green, please state your name for the record.
Michael Dwayne Green Jr.
What is it set for? Good morning to you, Mr. Green Jr. There's date and time set for a pretrial. He owes one, no insurance, no proof, 288, another insurance, no proof, 288, another insurance, no proof, 288. If he gets those taken care of, he will potentially set himself up to get a valid driver's license. Get Mr. Green an updated offer. I have to use Mr. Green as an example. He's quite young in my eyes, and this is why we have you guys down here, so you do not rack up tickets like this. If you get a ticket, come to court, period, and take care of it. All right, Mr. Green, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. Speak to Ms. Harris. She's gonna get you an updated offer. If you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial, all right?
I would appreciate the opportunity, sir.
You're welcome. Join the room, please. You ready on anyone? Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lane. Mr. Lane, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, we seek a bench trial date to return with documents.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Lane?
It is.
All right, I'm going to give you a trial date of May the 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m., sir. If it's nothing further, you have best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Your Honor, could you please recall Nicholas Gates? We're ready.
Give me 1 second, Mr. Berry. Is Richard Guyton here?
Yes, I am.
Good morning to you, sir. It's the City of Detroit versus Richard Guyton, case number SP 150-1668, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 151-97733. SP 162-5990, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood F. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Guyton.
Richard Guyton.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Guyton's behalf. Give him a $0 bond. Mr. Guyton owes $288 on a no insurance proof. Mr. Berry owes another civil infraction 174 on license expired. He potentially can set himself up to bring a valid driver's license in If he pays that $288, I'll give him that opportunity to do so, but you can give him an updated offer. Go in the breakout room, Mr. Guyton, speak to Mr. Gon, Mr. Berry, and if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Take
there are
the
two
scarf
matters.
off, take the scarf off, sir. No do rags.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Join the room,
Judge,
please.
there are off docket matters, Your Honor. With
Are
Mr.
they off
Guyton.
docket? Let's see. Have Guyton for class. Yes, 1, 2. Those are the two new cases. He's got Mr. Berry, he has a license improper, a no insurance misdemeanor, and a driving while license suspended. So I counted 5 cases into the record. He also owes that no insurance no proof 288 and the expired plate 174 insurance no proof to switch.
Thank you.
All right, join the room, please. Let's pass the matter. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gates. Gates, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's going on?
Judge, I am very sorry to inform you that it is probably more my fault than anything that Mr. Gates was unable to make a factual basis. I probably did not explain to him the way that I should have, the nature of a plea, the legal parameters, that the restrictions that the court has with accepting a plea, and that the fact that he was waiving his right to remain silent in order to plead guilty, and this wasn't a trial, and he wasn't testifying as if it were a trial. I've re-advised my client. He is ready to give you a factual basis which you can accept to his plea to improper plate, to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and to the open alcohol, possession of the open alcohol as a passenger in the vehicle. Would you allow him another chance to plead guilty according to the recommendation?
So you know what I call that? I call that a lawyer falling on the sword for his client. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you can explain that to the young folks when you get a chance to. Mr. Gates.
Yes, sir.
You understand what's going on now, sir?
Yes, sir, I do understand.
You know something though, Mr. Gates, all that stuff Mr. Baughman says, you know, he's got that silver tongue and he knows how to, you know, put those words together to make it sound all real good and stuff. But see me, I just cut right through the chase, and I believe you understood the first time. I just believe that you just don't want to accept responsibility for it. Which one is it?
I ain't believe. I understand.
You understand? All right. Let's go back. Let's go back to the April 22nd, date 2023, at around 3:18 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Lanyo and McGraw. Were you in a motor vehicle at that time?
Yes, sir.
Let me just ask you, did you have an open bottle of Remy Martin?
Yes, sir.
All right. And why couldn't you say that in the beginning?
That's right. I apologize.
I can
No,
give answers.
because I was right. I was right. You didn't want to take responsibility for it, right? I'm gonna find him guilty of the as charged to the open alcohol motor vehicle passenger. Let me draw your attention back to the October 18th, 2021 date, 10:54 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Jefferson and 23rd Street. I can accept the fact that 4 years ago, close to 5 years ago now, you may not have remembered, or 4 years ago at least, you may not have remembered this. But do you recall being pulled over by the Detroit Police Department? You said you did already, driving this 2006 Dodge. Now, how were the plates improper, sir?
Let's put another plate on there.
You say what now?
Just put another plate on there.
You put another plate on there, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You knew the plate was bad, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
I'll find him guilty, Mr. Hoffman, of the amended count of, as charged to the improper plate. And then what else do we have?
Driving while license suspended, reduced to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, Your Honor.
Were you operating, did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
You could not do so, could you?
No, sir.
Why is that?
License suspended.
All right, I'm gonna find him guilty of the amended count of allowing. Even though I believe you're dodging the responsibility. I'm still only gonna give you a break on one of the cases. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So I'm gonna find them 240 for 2 of the misdemeanors, 1 open alcohol in a motor vehicle passenger, and for 1 allowing. I'll no fine them on the other case. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And when can you pay us, sir?
It's 30 days, cool.
Why so long?
I'm not working right now, and I'm having I got kids I'm trying to take care of. I do like mechanic work here and there, so I could just with that I can put that couple dollars to the side and pay it.
Well, if you got kids you're taking care of, Mr. Gates, you need to get yourself a job.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking. I got resumes. I'm filling out in Indeed and stuff like that. Looking. I'm not lacking. I'm looking for sure.
All right. So let's have them back in 30 days. Let's see. If you're not lacking, I would assume that you would in 30 days have a job in 30 days.
Kind of hard out here.
Challenge accepted, Your Honor.
All right. Sometimes I get it being hard. Don't get me wrong. I've seen hard times before too. But sometimes we make things hard on ourselves.
That's true. That's true.
Judge, it wasn't too long ago that you mentioned that the Wayne County Sheriff was hiring for those who qualify.
Yeah, but Gates, and they're still hiring. They're still hiring. They need people like it's no one's business. But I think Mr. Gates, starting off at a Wayne County Sheriff job, right, is and I'm not saying you can't do it, sir. I'm not saying you can't do it. But you need to start learning how to accept responsibility for this stuff today that you already had an agreement with.
That's true, Your Honor. And I just don't know that he really necessarily understood the phase of the proceedings that we're in and that we weren't being adversarial. He was actually, we were admitting responsibility. He wanted to come in and be defensive.
Well, do you have Mr. Gates' contact information?
I did, and I'm going to need him to remain in the meeting until I can get that back because he has a new number.
Well, here's what we'll do. I just want Mr. Gates to sit back and ponder what went on today and look back on this. I want him to try to figure out a way that he can start getting this paid. And why don't we, you have my number, Mr. Baughman, keep in touch with Mr. Gates. If he really is serious about, if he would really seriously consider, and he's eligible, meaning he doesn't have any of those serious cases, he's got a high school diploma and stuff like that, then I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely try to contact someone for him to see if he can get a job like that. But he's got to come first. I want him to take some time to self-reflect.
We understand, Your Honor. So, Mr.
All right.
Gates, if you will give me permission, Your Honor, I'd like to put Mr. Gates into a breakout room and advise and release him. And thank you for an opportunity again today to do better.
Thanks, Your Honor.
Mr. Gates, I wish you the best of luck, sir, and have a very good rest of your day. And I'll true to what I say about that. If you're really serious, let me know. We can all get together and we can try to find you something a little bit substantial. I mean, when's the last time you've had a job?
I say like a year and a half ago. I was working at AGS Automotive. That's on Mile and 14 Mile.
And what happened with that?
Actually, I had left because I felt like they weren't paying me enough.
So look at that. So you know what my father always told me? It's easier to get a job when you already have one than it is to get a job when you don't have it. So now you've left a paying job that albeit you felt you needed to be making more, and you haven't had anything for a year and a half.
Yeah.
All right, so those are the kind of things I want you to sit back and reflect on. And Mr. Boffman, Mr. Boffman is an awesome attorney, and I think even a better individual. And I think if you keep in contact with him, and you also have to kind of follow his lead, I think he can help you out immensely.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cool.
All right, join the breakout room. Don't have any further
We'll say
questions.
it all started here.
Yeah, it's free to leave. Pay at any DivDac kiosk in the city of Detroit, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways I can tell you to pay it. You can upload that DivDac after your phone. April the 7th, 2025 at 8:25 is your next court date.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, have a great day, everyone.
Mr.
Gates, press join for the breakout.
Hey, Judge Perkins, how you doing, man?
Who's that?
Officer Harrington.
Good morning to you. Listen, I don't know what happened to him.
As to Listen B, he pled as charged. He gets a 3-month delay, Officer Harrington.
No, we don't have anything because he left.
I have Listen B in a breakout room right now.
Oh, okay.
There we go. There's
Sorry, Demai.
all right. That's you, Mr. Russ. Good morning to you. All right, so let's continue on. Who are we? Or you need someone, Mr. Who are we ready on?
I can take someone, Your Honor.
We're ready on Guzman. And I'm ready on Lee.
Is Garrett there? Jasmine Garrett there?
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
I think we're ready on Guzman.
All right. Let's see. Good morning to you, Ms. Garrett.
Good morning.
Back on there? Oh, it came back up. Why didn't you tell me it was back on there?
City of Detroit versus Jasmine LaShawn Garrett. Case number.
Jasmine
LaShawn Garrett, sorry, ma'am. Case number SP 155537401, SP 165098111. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Stroke on behalf of Ms. Garrett.
Ms. Garrett, state your name for the record again, please.
Jasmine Garrett, Jasmine LaShawn Garrett.
All right, today is the date and time. Ms. Garrett set for a show pause. In our not guilty plea on her behalf, give her a $0 bond. there's an off-docket matter that's not that old, a disregard for red signal, Ms. Soroka. Give Ms. Garrett an updated offer. Keep in mind, Ms. Garrett, if you don't like it, you have an absolute right to a trial, all right?
Thank you.
All right, Corporal Williams for Gatewood. Is Gatewood here?
Good morning, Corporal Williams.
Good morning, Corporal Williams. I don't see Gatewood that Malaya Gatewood showed, so you're free to leave and be safe out there.
All right, thank you, you too.
All right. Who's ready? Ms. Harris, you ready on green? Let's go back on let's go back on the record with Michael Green. Mr. Green, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. What's your client want to do?
My client wants to take an opportunity to try to come into compliance, so we're respectfully requesting an adjournment, or if in the court's discretion, a trial date.
What is it set for today?
I believe it's pre-trial, Your Honor. Go back to the document.
Yeah, it's
Pre-trial.
pre-trial.
If it's pre-trial, we're going to set a trial date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Trial May 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m., Mr. Green. If it's nothing further, have a very good rest of your day and best of luck to you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Ready on Mr. Guyton, Your Honor.
Okay, give me 1 second, Mr. Berry.
Your Honor, I know you see it too, but there are a few people that have their hand raised and some just like in their screen.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I'm just trying to get through it. City of Detroit versus Sherry Leggett, case number SP 15071371. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherry Monet Leggett.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Ms. Leggett.
Good morning to you, Ms. Leggett. Today is the date and time set for trial. Is Officer Hope here?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning to you. Appearance, state your name for the record, Officer Hope.
Detroit Police Officer Nicholas Haupt, badge 1789.
What time did you get here, Officer Hope?
I would have been here, I believe, at 9:20, Your Honor.
That one went over my head, because I don't have you on my sheet. All right, I'm gonna accept Officer Hope is usually here. I don't know how that happened. Ms. Harris, get Ms. Leggett an updated offer. If she doesn't like the offer, she has an absolute right to a trial. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room. Join the room, please. She's got 2 civil infractions related to this that she owes money on.
Can you tell me what those are, Your Honor?
Yeah, they are defective brake lights and no valid registration.
Mr. Bowman, can you meet me in a breakout room, please?
Yes.
All right, let's pass the matter. So, Mr. Berry, let's go back on the record with Mr. Guyton. Mr. Guyton, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, we seek a bench trial date so that Mr. Guyton can return with documents.
All right. Is that what you're going to do, Mr. Guyton?
Yes, sir.
May the 1st, 2025.
75. I don't know what that's coming up to.
Everything will be all right, man.
Mr. Lavel, you're interrupting. I keep on muting you, and you keep unmuting yourself.
Oh,
All right, May the 1st, 2025 at 9 a.m. Nothing further. Mr. Guyton, have a very good rest of your day and best of luck to you.
You too. Great weekend.
You as well. All right. Officer Corporal Wright, are you still there? Is Robert Gardner here? Robert Gardner is here. Mr. Berry?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't see Mr. Gardner anymore.
Yeah, I'm right here.
You there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I got you. Mr. Lavel, I'm gonna wait and put you back in the waiting room with Ms. Soroki, the lawyer, as soon as she's free. Mr. Berry, this is the city of, hold on. This is the city of Detroit versus Robert Gardner. Robert Carl Gardner. Case number SP 106-9520, counts 2 and counts 3, SP 121-26561, SP 159-5902, counts 1, 2, and 3. $1,006. That's not my case. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Gardner.
Robert Gardner.
Right. Today is the date and time set for trial. Corporal Wright, are you there still? Is Corporal Wright still here? I don't see Corporal Wright. Mr. Berry, speak to Mr. Gardner, speak to Mr. Bowman, see if Corporal Wright has left Mr. Bowman.
Your Honor, Victor Bowman for the people, P33764. I had the opportunity to speak with Officer Wright and as to the tickets for Robert Carl Gardner. These are old tickets, and we are recommending dismissal.
That makes it simple for you, Mr. Wright. Case is dismissed. I'm just going to put no recollection. If there's nothing further, sir, best of luck to you. And have a very good day. I'm going to waive the warrant fee. There are some civil infractions, sir, so you can pay that. And he did that kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told you can afford to do that. Oh, he has an open OWI case. You have a warrant out for your arrest. You need to get in front of Judge Kenyatta Stanford Jones for that, sir.
Jones. Okay.
Best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of
Your Honor, Corporal Spidell.
Corporal Spidell, good morning to you. Okay, so the cases are not dismissed. Let's I'm glad you spoke up, Corporal Spidell, because I didn't. Now I see your name. Put your appearance on the record, please.
Corporal Spidell, Badge 402, Detroit Police Department.
All right. So Corporal Spidell has been here all morning as well. He has. So we're going to grant the motion to dismiss SP 106-9520, counts 2 and counts 3 for Corporal Wright. And those are going to be dismissed for the reason stated of no recollection. There's also, is Officer Chasteen here? Chasteen. Hearing no response, the court on its own motion is going to dismiss SP 121-26561. Haven't seen that officer show and don't have that officer on my list. I'll dismiss that, no officer. So Mr. Berry, that leaves us with the 3 tickets that were written by Corporal Spidell, which is a unregistered, untitled, a no insurance misdemeanor, and an improper plate. Mr. Gardner, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry. He's gonna get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, today is the date and time set for a trial, all right?
All right.
All right. Join the room, please.
And at the court's convenience, Jasmine Garrett is ready.
All right.
If possible, we'll do a license check on Ms.
License,
Leggett.
the license is valid.
Thank
All right, let's get Ms. Leggett back in here.
Your Honor, I'm not trying to jump the line, but if you could put Mr. Corey Lewis in the rotation, I'd greatly appreciate it as well.
You know that is not. I'm trying to jump the line.
No, I'm not. But I didn't know if you saw me back in here. He was in his breakout room and we couldn't get him with my other people.
Right. Right. Bogart with a small B.
Yeah.
You know what,
Hold on,
Mr.
Ms.
Bowman,
Leggett.
go
Hold on,
blue.
Ms.
You my
Leggett.
friend today.
Let's not do that. Because who are the Big Ten champs? Isn't that go green, go white? Okay. Hold on, Ms. Leggett. You were pulled out of the breakout room. One moment.
All right, let's go back on the record with Sherry Monet Leggett, case FB1. I'm dismissing the case for providing valid documentation, Ms. Leggett. You owe 2 civil infractions, 144 and 148. Those are old brake light ticket and an old no registration ticket. Ms. Leggett, well,
could they be pulled out of default? She does have valid registration and she had a receipt to show for the defective brake light.
Did you talk to Mr. Bowman about it?
Ms. Harris,
in room 4, thank you.
Room 4.
These tickets go back to October 5th, 2023. I've given Ms. Leggett, this is the first time I've get this stuff went into default 7/22/2024. Let me see what this criminal case has been. Pre-trial 11/22, pre-trial 109, show cause 208, bench warrant 5. It's just neglect.
Gary, you said that these went along with this when we were going into the breakout room, so that's why I inquired and asked her to show me her documentation.
Yeah, I said that because I was saying she got the cases at the same time she got this, but the ROA is saying that she just kept missing court. If you talk to Mr. Bowman.
Your Honor, Mr. Bowman, P33764, I will say that Ms. Leggett's name is familiar to me because my son went to Leggett School. I know of at least 3 times that Ms. Leggett failed to appear at scheduled court dates. So the fact that these are old tickets is of no favor today.
And so he's not willing to do it. So Ms. Leggett,
I would like to have an opportunity to have a discussion because we just set aside defaults for someone with cases in 2022. So if we could have a discussion, I would appreciate it.
I'll see you in 4.
All right, this is the city of, does somebody need someone? One. All right. Let's go back on the record with Miss Jasmine Garrett. I'll give you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, I did have a chance to speak with the prosecutor. They're going to dismiss a no insurance count for compliance. The speeding's being reduced to limited access 1 to 5. My client's waiving her rights, asking the court to adapt that.
Want to take the deal, ma'am?
Yes.
Stipulates the face of the ticket as an factual basis for the responsible for the compliance behalf.
Your Honor, so stipulated.
Stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter.
So stipulated.
All right, find your client responsible for the amended count of limited access 1 to 5. $125. When can you pay it now?
Today.
I'm gonna give you until Monday to get it in here, pay it at any div that kiosk in the city of Detroit upload. You can upload the div that app to your phone, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the two best ways. I can tell you to pay it. If there's nothing further, ma'am, have a very good rest of your day and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. This is the city of Detroit versus Warner Gunter. Case number SB 161-45871. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Pauline Soroki on behalf of Mr. Gunter.
All right, Mr. Gunter, state your name for the record, please.
Warner Gunter.
All right, good morning to you, Officer Turner. Are you there? Is Officer Turner there? Hearing no response, he was here, Mr. Soroki. I'll let you give Mr. Bowman an opportunity to see if he's spoken with them, but I'm gonna tell Mr. Bowman, these officers, if they're gonna leave, they need to leave me a note. Go in the breakout room, Mr. Gunter, and wait on Mrs. Soroki. She's gonna get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial. It's past the matter. All right, so here's what I did for you guys. I got some pizza coming. We're gonna go to the jury room when it gets here, and then you can ask some questions in there, all right? How you doing?
Good, yeah, and I was just checking on you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, Miss, let's call the city of Detroit. Where is the Corey Lewis? City of Detroit versus Corey Daniel Lewis, case number, strike that. This is the state of Michigan versus Corey Daniel Lewis, case number SX4470964, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Attorney Phyllis Gayton Robinson, P71733, on behalf of Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis, can you please say your full name for the record?
Corey Daniel Lewis.
All right, good morning to you, sir. Today is date and time set for a pretrial. Do we have a resolution or no?
Your Honor, we do not have a resolution. I am setting this matter for trial. I have requested his body cam video.
This is a 331. This is a 321 date as well.
Okay, Your Honor.
That will say same way. 321. I'm marking the file that you requested discovery.
Okay.
Mr. Bowman knows that court is hard on that 21-day rule. And, he's the one that triggered that. So I've got the file marked. Requested discovery today. March, there's already in the system, sir. March the 21st. Again, if it's not worked out, or if you need some more time, we'll discuss that on March the 21st.
Okay, Mr. Lewis, you're about to pop back into a breakout room really quickly. Just accept the request. I forgot to tell you one thing.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Have a better one. Thank you.
You should see the request, Mr. Lewis.
Ms. Lawrence, good morning to you. Good afternoon, I should say. Mr. Gil.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Lawrence, do you have valid documentation?
Yes, I sent you my insurance information through your Gmail.
And would you send it from your own Lawrence email?
Yes, Pauletta Lawrence. Yeah, Pauletta Lawrence 245@gmail.com.
Oh, that's something I didn't get. It was you. I don't know how you sent that, but now it's.
Oh, it came through the Adobe app. You probably have to hit the link to see it.
Yeah, I tried to this morning. This is the city of Detroit versus Paulette Lawrence. Case numbers SP 1647820, counts 1 and counts 2. State your name for the record, Ms. Lawrence.
Pauletta Lawrence.
All right, it's not loading up for me. I did try to get the email address. Do you have the documentation right there, ma'am? Registration?
I just got my insurance literally yesterday at 6 o'clock. So they only gave me the app to download the paper one to send it to you.
Why can't you go down there and email it to me then?
I got it from Cure, so I did it over the phone with them, the Cure insurance people.
And they
said it. Yeah, it said it takes 7 to 10 days to send it my actual insurance card in the mail.
They don't have an email address though that you can actually pull up the Cure website and go send your stuff out like that.
Yes, I'm going through the app now.
All right, so if you can do that, try to email me that.
Okay.
I'll put my email address in the chat so that you could, if they send that to me. And do you have a copy of your registration?
Yes, it's in my car.
Go get the registration as well. I'm putting my email address in the chat. I'll pass the matter and let you gather those documents. If the documents are current, we'll dismiss your case. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Be on Leggett, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Ms. Leggett. You said jury.
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Leggett, let's go back on the record with Ms. Leggett. Ms. Harris.
Here's a recommendation to dismiss and including those 2 civils that go along with this ticket.
No, I really wasn't inclined to do this for her. Ms. Leggett is, I mean, when I start to know somebody by face and name, and they've been down here too much. But I'll set it aside and dismiss the case this time. Ms. Leggett, I hope I don't see you in here anymore. I hope I see you at the grocery store next time, all right?
Okay, thank you.
And best of luck to you, somewhere like that. All right, let's call Ms. Harris, the city of Detroit.
Is it okay to leave?
It's okay to leave. Best of luck to you, ma'am.
Okay.
City of Detroit versus Christopher Gilmer. Case number is SN 2224751, SP 1374271, SP 138518141, SP 1666170, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1666171. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Gilmore, please state your name for the record.
My name is Christopher Gilmore.
Okay, good morning to you, Mr. Gilmore. Day is date and time set for a pretrial. I counted 5 cases on the docket. 6 cases I counted into the record. One is a disregard, I guess it's a disregarding a sign. It says traffic. It says disregarding. Let's see what that says. Civil infraction. Disregarding traffic control device that is in default. I'll allow them to be heard if the city doesn't have any objection to that. Put you in a breakout room with Ms. Harris. She's going to get you an updated offer. Keep in mind, if you don't like the offer, you have an absolute right to a trial.
Yes, sir.
Join the room, please. Are we ready on Gunter? What about Luna? What about Listbe?
Judge, Mr. Listenby wishes to go to trial on his charge. So we're just waiting for the end of the docket for that.
He's gonna go to trial on a urinating in public.
Correct, Judge. And today is the date and time of the bench trial.
Pauletta Lawrence, did you have your documents ready, ma'am? I haven't gotten it.
Yes, I'm getting. I got my registration. I'm trying to get my insurance card. I might have to screenshot it and send it to you because this app acting funny.
All right, so the piece is here. We have an interesting case. We have a case right now that is that they want to go to trial on. I don't know. I know it's late. I know you guys have been sitting for a while. It's a trial. It's a trial. It's a year. Okay. Are we ready on anyone?
We're ready on Tyrone Lee.
Tyrone Lee. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Tyrone Lee. Mr. Lee, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Have you resolved this, or is this what are you gonna do?
He's requesting a bench trial date. It's my understanding this is a state charge, not a city charge.
The city now has made an agreement with the state, and they're giving all the offers. But
okay,
I'll give a bench trial date of May the 10th. May the 10th. It's got a $500 personal bond. All the other bond conditions will remain in place.
You said May the 10th?
I mean, May the 1st. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Where is? All right, Mr. Lee, you got that? May the 1st.
May the 1st.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Ogletree, what time is Mr. Lee docketed for today?
Let me double check.
Is Tyrone Lee Travon Lee?
No.
No, that's a different person.
All right.
It's just listen. It's an open alcohol motor vehicle driver and a speeding ticket. Go ahead, May the 10th. All right.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to you.
All right.
Are we ready on anyone?
Ready on Mr. Gardner, Your Honor.
Yeah,
Can I see you in 4, please?
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gardner. Mr. Gardner, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, per the prosecutor has agreed in terms of a brief adjournment of this matter so that Mr. Gardner could return with the registration document. He has valid insurance at this time, and
how long is it going to take to get the registration, Mr. Gardner?
I mean, as soon as I get an appointment to get there, I mean, I guess as soon as I hang up from here, I'm gonna get online and try to make an appointment. I guess if I get it Monday, Tuesday, or something. I don't know how soon they get me in there.
Come back March the 14th, 2020 at 2025 at 8:30. All right.
March 14th.
Yeah. Best of luck.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. This Dennis Low here.
Yes, sir.
What happened? Who were you speaking with, Mr. Low?
You were going to put me in a breakout room and then just took me back to the main screen. So I just loaded back into your courtroom.
So who put their name on the record for Mr. Low? City of Detroit versus Dennis James Low Jr., case number U712-83425. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Lowe, Your Honor.
Mr. Lowe, state your name for the record, please.
Dennis James Low Jr.
All right, there's date and time set for a, what is that, a pre-trial? Mr. Lowe, I'm gonna give you in the breakout room with Mr. Berry. He's gonna get you an updated offer. If you don't like the offer, keep in mind you have an absolute right to a trial, okay?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Luna, can you go back into your breakout room, please?
Somebody put their
Yep,
appearance.
I'm on my way.
I
So
did, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Lowe was moved to room 9 because he kept having his hand raised. So I took him into 9 to see what his question was.
You want to go to room 2?
Join the breakout room, Mr. Lowe. All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Lavel is back, and I had
Right,
asked
you can go ahead and put him in there. What are you gonna do with Gunter?
Mr. Gunter is trial today. I don't know that we have the officer. You said the officer wasn't present. I asked Mr. Bowman, and I didn't hear back from him.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gunter. Mr. Gunter, case is gonna be dismissed, no officer.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That's up to you.
Your Honor, do you think Mr. Lavel, you'll have a chance to look at his tickets and see the older ones or not? If you don't, I'll give him another date. I just don't want to keep him waiting.
Well, he kept the court waiting for years.
He
All
can
right.
continue to wait. I just want to direct.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lavel. Mr. Lavel.
Your Honor, before we move with Mr.
I do
Lavel,
not mind waiting.
I need to correct
Hold
a.
on a second. What is the issue, Mr. Bowman?
I need to correct the record as it relates to Mr. Gunther. Officer Turner was present. I spoke with him. Officer Turner has no recall, and that will be the reason for the recommended dismissal.
Okay, very well. I'll note the file. All right, we're on the record with Lavel. Lavel, he has what Ms. Harris, Ms. Soroki, I only see one no insurance proof at 336 that he needs to pay.
No, Your Honor, my inquiry was the city attorney indicated he would dismiss the tickets that were more than 5 years old. So I can't tell that they're not all listed on his register. So I don't know if the court has the time to get that information to me or not.
No, we don't have time. He
Okay,
can, I'll mark the file. I'll mark the file. We'll set the matter for trial and we can do that on the trial date.
Okay, and I'm going to instruct him to take care of that other ticket. So that's fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, join the room, Mr. Lavel. I'm just gonna set a trial date, 2025.
And Your Honor's trial date is May 20th, 25?
May 1st.
May 1st. Thank you. Thank you, Your
Can
Honor.
I release him, Your Honor, when I'm done speaking with him?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Best of luck, Mr. Lavel. Have a very good rest of your day.
You too, Your Honor.
I sent you a prompt, Mr. Lavel.
All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gilmer. Mr. Gilmer, you want a trial date, Ms. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
May 2nd, Mr. Gilmer, May 2nd, 2025, at 9 a.m. If there's nothing further, have a very good rest of your day and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Ms. Harris, this is the City of Detroit versus Devon Grundy. Case number is SB 166585, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 166589, counts 1 and counts 2. He had some on the docket that were set for, let's call SP 140376771, SP 1422651. Appearance for the record, please.
Sharika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Grundy, please state your name for the record.
Devon Grundy.
All right, this is good morning to you. Good afternoon to you, sir. He's been here before. He keeps picking up cases and he doesn't pay. So he owes for the two and he owes the 200 review. He owes 2 allowance. He paid? No, he hasn't paid. Mr. Go ahead. Yeah, there's 2 cases in my cars. That's fine. Yes. Ms. Harris, Mr. Grundy, Mr. Grundy, give him updated offer. The cases that I called into the record outside of the review cases was unregistered, untitled, no insurance misdemeanor, disregard a red signal, insurance no proof, and no registration. He owes $240 for two times for 2 allowings that he agreed to pay, and he owes another, amongst other civil infractions. He has a lot of them, but one of them is a $288 insurance no proof. We'll put you in a breakout room, Mr. Grundy, speak to Ms. Harris, and keep in mind you have an absolute right to a trial. Join the room, please. Mr. Gilmer, you're free to leave. May the 2nd. I mean, May the 2nd.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All right.
I take. All right. Are we ready on? Who are we ready on, Mr. Berry?
Mr. Low, Your Honor.
Mr. Low. Let's go back. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Low. Mr. Low, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, we seek a trial date and the appointment of counsel.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Low?
Yes, sir.
I need a good phone number from you, sir.
313-419-4734.
I'm going to set 2 dates. I'm going to set a pretrial date of April the 10th, 2025 at 8:30. I'm going to set a trial date at May the 2nd, 2025 at 9 a.m. I need for you to answer the calls you don't recognize. One of those calls should be that appointed attorney, sir. If you don't hear from that appointed attorney, we're going to get one appointed to you on the spot on April the 10th, 2025. All right?
Yes, sir.
Come back. Best of luck to you, sir. Have a very good rest of your day.
You too.
All right. Mr. Berry, you need somebody?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the city of Detroit versus Michael Gavin, case number SP 164-89851. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry.
Gavin's not here, I don't think.
Okay.
Getting down to the end. What's going on with what's happened with Luna?
Mr. Luna, I'm ready.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Luna. Mr. Luna, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. He wants a bench trial date?
That would be correct, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Luna?
Yes, sir, because they said
you don't have to give any reason, sir. That's your right. I'm gonna set the trial date for May the 2nd, 2025 at 9 a.m., okay?
May the 2nd, 2025, yes.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. Have a very good day.
Thank you.
All right, we're getting down to the end. Mr. Massera, let's call it. This is the city of Detroit versus Ashton Listbe, case number SP 162266941. Appearance for the record, please.
Frank Masseria, P 87848 on behalf of Mr. Listbe. Mr. Listbe, please state your full name for the record.
I am Ashton Naiji Listbe.
Good morning to you. Where's your officer, Mr. Bowman?
Your Honor, Officer Harrington was present. I've attempted to contact him and he has not responded to my call.
Judge, if that's the case, we'd be moving to dismiss. We are ready to proceed on the trial and the officer is not here.
All right. He's been here all morning. I don't know why they leave. That's you need to talk to your officers then. And all right, case dismissed. I'm not going to put no officer because he was here. Case dismissed, Mr. Listbe. Best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day. I appreciate your patience.
Pleased to meet y'all. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right. Ms. Lawrence, are you there?
Yes, I sent it to you. Did you get it, Judge?
I haven't gotten it. Oh, let me see. Give me a screenshot.
Yeah, I sent you a screenshot.
You gave me a screenshot that you paid a ticket.
No. That's from the insurance. That's insurance.
No. I'm seeing the screenshot as a screenshot that you paid a div that the SP122.
Oh yeah, that's old. Yeah, that's old.
That's what I have here. Let's see what else I see for you.
Okay. Okay.
Screenshot. I got another screenshot.
Okay.
Let's go back on the record with Miss Lawrence, Miss Pauletta Lashelle Lawrence. Somebody put their appearance on the record for Miss Lawrence, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Miss Lawrence.
Pauletta Michelle Lawrence.
All right. Miss Lawrence, show me the registration, please.
I know you can see him turn the camera around. How you turn the camera around? Well, I hope you can see it like that. Okay.
You gotta hold it still. Push it closer. Okay. That is expired.
Yes, I told you I had just got my insurance literally last night at 6 o'clock. I made an appointment today to go to the Secretary of State to get my registration updated.
All right, come back on Monday if you're going in the registration. Come back on Monday.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll get you I'll get you out of here quickly. I know you've been in here all day. Pre-trial, come back on the 10th. Make sure you have that document ready to see. I already saw the insurance.
Okay, I got you. Thank you so much,
Best
Judge.
of luck to you. All right.
Thank you. Bye. You too. Bye.
All right. So, all right. So that pretty much does it. We got Mr. Grundy as the last person. So let me ask, any questions? Step up. What's your name?
My name is Skylar.
All right. Good morning. Good afternoon to you. Let me thank you, Skylar, for coming on and showing up. What's your question?
What's the maximum sentence you can get for like DUIs?
That's a very, very good question. Very good question. So most of the cases in this court are maximum 93 days in jail. So if you talk about a OWI though, the first OWI, I can 93 days in jail. If it's an OWI with a high BAC, what they call super drunk, is 0.17 or higher. That's over what twice the legal limit. Then I can go up to a year. So in misdemeanor cases, and this is how you determine whether a case is a misdemeanor or a felony, is if it's a misdemeanor, the maximum possible punishment that I can do is 90 days in jail. If somebody tells you they went to jail for 2 years, then they probably more than likely got convicted of a felony. Felony is anything 1 year or greater. You got it? Good question.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon to you.
What, can you explain what, I'm sorry, ROA?
ROA, so ROAs are, so when a ticket is, when an officer writes a ticket, he has what they call an SP ticket. So this is the printout you'll get on the spot. His job is to submit that ticket to the court, and the court's job is to transcribe that ticket into the system and making things. So ROA is a register of action. So that register of action is everything. Once the ticket gets in there, it generates an ROA, and everything Ms. Mathis or we do, pre-trial, trial, all of that stuff, it's entered in there, whether you pay. And it just keeps making lines after lines of how many times you show back up for that ticket. So I'll know when the last time you were here on the case. I'll know if you missed the court date because it'll be put in there as a note, someone didn't show up, failure to appear. I'll know all of that just by reading the ROA, Register of Action. Thank you.
Can I add to that, Judge, just for a second?
Right.
So I'm Attorney Pauline Soroki. I can't see you guys, but I'm loving your questions. In any case, this is a court of record. So the clerk who's sitting next to the judge, she is actually very important. And the things she puts in the computer are the things that stay on people's records. So she's got a very important job, and that's how people go forward in the future. So I just wanted to let you know, this is a court of record. Everything gets recorded. And it's there for the future. So if someone needs to refer to it, you could go back and ask for the transcript, because we also have a court reporter who records what's actually going on word for word verbatim. So the court has these two things to make sure in the future people's records are protected and what actually happened to them is correctly reflected in the court records. So I just wanted you to know that.
And then to further expound on that, and I'll get your question in a second. Based on this is a court of record, and unless there's some other factor that's involved, that'll always be there. What are a couple of factors that can mask that from the public record? One, if you're a youthful offender and you got sentenced on HIDA, meaning now the legislator has made it 24 years old or less, can be considered still a youthful offender and can be sentenced under the Holmes Youthful Training Act, and the lawyers call that HIDA. And that could be something that could mask that record. Or if you were sentenced and you were found guilty, but at some time you went and you got your record expunged, that's something that could be masked, that record. Or well, and this would pretty much happen in juvenile court. You're a juvenile, so in juvenile court you get to the adult courts, or for lack of a better term, our courts do not get to see and use your juvenile record against you if you have them. So those are ways that those things will not show up when they pull up in the ROA. How you doing?
Is it a way you can explain to young men here the difference from going from like 18 to 21 as far as the severity of trouble you can get in when your age changes, and different language even inside the courtroom that we really don't know about?
Okay, I wrote some terms down, and I was going to get to that, but to answer your first question, so pretty much 18 years is you become an adult. And I know you can't drink at 18 years old and things like that. You're not supposed to, but you're an adult as far as the court is concerned. You can also, and the prosecutor can also, if you're 15, or what did the young man in Pontiac that killed, he was 12 or 13. They can appeal to the circuit court and ask them to consider to treat them as an adult at that age, and they have to meet certain certain standards for that. But when the cases are severe enough, you see 15-year-olds or 16-year-olds that are considered adults. But after 18, there's no question about it. You're an adult at that point. And so it's in the court size, it's no difference from 18 to 21. Now, everything up to 24 though, and from 21 to 24, the court, you can still be pled guilty under a home juvenile training act. But when you get to 21 years of age to 24 years of age, now the prosecutor has to agree to allowing you to be sentenced on the home juvenile training act. Anything 21 and lower, I can make that decision myself. But once you get 21 to 24, the legislator has taken it out of my hands to make that determination, and that's got to be done by an agreement with the prosecutor term. Some of the terms that we talked about today, we'll start with the basic term the first time, is an arraignment. So when you get that first ticket, and it's a misdemeanor, you'll come with the first court date will be called an arraignment. And what arraignment is, an arraignment is all that arraignment does is let you know what you've been charged with and the maximum possible penalty of the offense. And all day you've heard, for purposes of arraignment, what does your client want to do? And then Ms. Soroki, it's just basic, you hear the same stuff all the time. I want to plead my client not guilty. I want to enter a not guilty plea and stand my client mute. So my client does not want to say anything, because at the arraignment date, you could say, I want to plead guilty, judge, you know what I'm saying? But they're taking this through the court process and procedure. And a lot of things that you do in here, there's a whole lot of rules. So in your basketball game, there's rules. In your classroom, you have to abide by certain rules. At your house, your parents have a certain number of rules that you have to follow by. This is the same way. And a lot of times you can win these cases just by knowing the rules. Just by knowing the rules. You know, we haven't even got into any of the legal and the law. You just know the court rules. So at the arraignment stage, they always stand their client mute. Their client's not going to say anything, and they enter a not guilty plea. And now we move on to the pretrial stage. So in here, pretrial, arraignment, they're kind of all done at the same time, pretty much. But I have 90 days to get this case off of my docket. So within that 90 days, but you move to the pretrial. What is a pretrial? A pretrial is an opportunity. The officer doesn't have to be here. A pretrial is an opportunity for that person to, for that attorney to work out some sort of deal if they can. So we've been putting the defendants in the breakout room. The attorney will go into the breakout room with the prosecutor. And the prosecutor has his list of offers, but the attorneys, and thank God I have very good attorneys. And that's why I don't mind sitting here all day. Because when I was a defense attorney, every single solitary ticket has every single solitary person behind that ticket has a story to tell. And I have some attorneys that they listen and they get that piece of story from that individual, and they always go in that breakout room and so while they're the same charges, we go through the same charges. I love that. I'll sit here all day for that, because that attorney is doing that person a job and telling that person's story, albeit a little bit of time that they have on each case. I know these attorneys are going in and they're telling everybody's story, and that's why we're here so long. So then, if they can't work out a deal, or you saw us today, they worked out a deal, but the individual does not want to plead, and he's trying to either, one, not accept responsibility, like we said, two, he didn't do it, or 3, for some other reason, then we set a trial date. All right, let's take care of Mr. Grundy, and we'll get some pizza and stuff. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Grundy. Mr. Grundy, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client is going to waive his right to trial, enter a guilty plea to the amended count of improper plate. Also, he's going to admit responsibility to the amended charge of limited access 1 to 5 over the remaining matters being dismissed.
All right, you want to do that, Mr. Grundy?
Yes, I do.
Can you raise your right hand, please? You swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Ms. Harris went over your other advisor rights in the breakout room, did she not?
Yes, she did.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
You have any questions about those rights?
No.
You know by taking the deal, you're going to give those rights up?
Yeah, I do.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
All right, which ones are we pleading to? You said a limited access for the disregarding the red signal?
Yes, Your Honor, and the no insurance matter is being amended to an improper plate.
And that's on the new cases, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Grundy, let me draw your attention back to January 22nd, 2025, around 3:27 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Harper and Chalmers. Did you have an occasion on that day to encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
I didn't hear you, sir.
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce valid insurance for that motor vehicle? Or registration? Which one was it? Registration, Ms. Harris? Or allowing? Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Was it allowing? Was it? Give me the plea again, Ms. Harris. I'm sorry.
There was an improper plate, Your Honor. My understanding that the additional off-docket matters were unregistered, no insurance, disregarding a red or amber signal, no proof of insurance, and no registration.
And what is he pleading to? 1 count of improper, permitted count of improper plates?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay, so the other 2 cases that we called were in review. So did the officer ask you to produce valid registration for that vehicle, sir?
Yes.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
No.
And why is that?
I didn't have it.
Say that again, sir.
I didn't have it.
Very well. Find your client guilty. Did you run the red light that day?
Yes.
Find your client guilty of the amended count of improper plate for the not having the registration, and find them responsible for the amended count of limited access 1 to 5. Mr. Grundy.
We stipulate the probable cause for the dismissals.
All right, we'll dismiss the case. Mr. Grundy, you keep picking up cases and you haven't paid anything. Why is that?
Because my tick was short. I was
working a little part-time the last couple weeks. So I had to pay my bills for real.
What about a real job, sir? What about getting a full-time job?
I have a full-time job. The plant was down for like the last couple months.
Where do you work?
I work at Mobis in Highland Park.
Your Honor, on behalf of my client, I do understand that he does have matters in review. I payment plan is an option with the court. I would ask if give them some time to be able to either enter into a payment plan and or make payment on his fines and costs. Or, Mr. Grundy, what we did not discuss, and I apologize, Your Honor, is community service. Mr. Grundy, would you be inclined to see if the court would allow you to do community service? I couldn't hear your response. I'm sorry.
I can do the payment plan.
Okay.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fine him. I'm gonna fine him another $240. I'm not gonna fine you for the 125, sir. But you continue to get cases and you're not paying. And I'm gonna give you 30 days to get back. Come back and review. I'm gonna give you 30 days to either pay it off or get into a payment plan. Pay it at any DevBack kiosk in the city of Detroit, or come on down to the courthouse and pay it in person. I'm told you can upload that DevBack app to your phone. Or come on down before April the 7th, 2025 and get into that payment plan.
Okay.
There's nothing further, sir. I wish you the best of luck. Have a very good rest of your day.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that seems like